You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius. Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Should have seen this coming. Seasons changing, seasons running. Time is an illusion. I have the solution. On a boat, stay afloat. Don't let go, man, don't you go, 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 don't you go, 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 don't you go, 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 don't you go, 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 go. Go, go, don't you go. Don't you go. Don't you go. Don't you go.
I'ma put the game on a lot more cheddar. I'ma put the game on a lot more cheddar. Came with the flame on me, I put the thing on me, I put the thing on that Beretta. I'ma put the game on a lot more cheddar. I'ma put the game on a lot more cheddar. Came with the flame on me, I put the thing on me, I put the thing on that Beretta. Bitch, oh my, what do I see? I flatline like I need IV. I stay high, but I be low key. Still right around town with the tank on E. My big homies, double OG. Kick shit wild like a nigga Bruce Lee. Yeah, he the Kung Fu master. Take me the man with the hands fight like IP. Who run shit, bet he look like me. Baby face nigga, so I need ID. Man, I'm only 5'8", shorty kinda 6'2". I'ma still 10 bird over that tree. Met her on Tinder just last week. Told me come and get her out them seas. Baby, I'm a lost milk, got my key. Can't be stressed when I got my weed. Hey, man, it feel good when you stacking, don't it? All of your L's come from bad opponents. Me and we in two different brackets, homie. With the fine pen with the packet on it. Damn, that sounds so tragic, homie. Can't leave the crib with no ratchet on me. Talk big shit, you gon' have to show me. Cause I be the big dog, I'm the one that ain't put the game on a lot more cheddar. I'ma put the game on a lot more cheddar. Came with the flame on me, I put the thing on me, I put the thing on that Beretta. I'ma put the game on a lot more cheddar. I'ma put the game on a lot more cheddar. Came with the flame on me, I put the thing on me, I put the thing on that Beretta. Yeah.
If you haven't already, send your music to my email. That's ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Yeah.
All genres are accepted.
Once again.
Triple stack. DL vibes.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
No matter how you pan, the niggas could get it with no delay. If you ain't elevating, I cannot hang where you coil array. If it's smoke, then I can see in the future. I know your fate. Spitting them extravagant lyrics, but niggas don't relate. Yeah. White whip, I call a white rabbit. I shift and restore the balance. I'm with any sort of challenges. Flexing is a habit for rappers who lack the talent, but hush when they meet a savage that hovers above the averages. Living among masses that blast but don't ever ask shit. Tactics that we plan in the attic, crafted with mad wit. Seen him at his funeral, pastors handing out pamphlets. Niggas try to plot on the squad and that's what they ask it. I'm past lit. Add me to the Bible in the passage with this incense in my living room. Herbals got me in a mood, vibing off an interlude with plenty instrumental tunes, stirring up my inner muse. I'm speaking out my interviews. Think fast, get cash, big bags, zip that, through gags, move back, newsflash, you whack, who mad, too bad. Think fast, get cash, big bags, zip that, through gags, move back, newsflash, you whack, who mad, too bad.
What up?
Think fast, get cash, big bags, zip that, through gags, move back, newsflash, you whack, who mad, too bad. Think fast, get cash, big bags, zip that, through gags, move back, newsflash, you whack, who mad.
Once again, send your music in. We are just starting up.
Everybody loves somebody.
Hip hop, R&B, rock, EDM, dubstep, whatever you got.
Don't want nobody. We're worried about to say today. Cause you're too beautiful to waste. Too beautiful to waste. I feel sorry for you. You know I tried to stay. I tried to say that I still love you. Cause on the nights that you would
Shit's going down, whip blue like Obama. One punch slice like Tom. I've been talking on a song like DJ Drama. Every day I contemplate, it's safe to say, cause you know I gotta work for this. I got bills to pay and meals to make, my brightest days when you know I could afford some shit. But I'm just broken, I don't wanna kick it. Song after song, hoping one day we get it. And while the Cali still might be the mission, this shit will be better with no competition. My stomach's growling, life on the beach when the water's shallow. Cool calm breeze, we forget about it. I done worked all week, turn the speaker louder. Can you feel the good vibration? She just needs a beach migration. Nothing like the sweet sensation. Kick your feet, we all gon' make it. Yeah, riding around, sun's going down. Still can't wait till summer. Can't fuck with no drama. Might be 22, still need my mama. Spinning through town, shit's going down. Whip blue like Obama. One punch slice like Tom. I've been talking on a song like DJ Drama. Faces passing, nobody staring. Patient shit like a secretary. Jokes and fees like Chandler Bing. And rest in peace to Matthew Perry. Got a couple friends who told me to pivot. So much money couldn't be so simple. With a bunch of tricks, but I ain't a kid. Scratching bucket lists like I'm cyber.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
We got about 3 minutes or so until we officially start, and we accept videos, we accept MP3, SoundCloud, Spotify, pretty much everything but Tidal and Apple Music. If you do send a WAV file, make sure that it is sent with iCloud. It's the fastest way to download. If you guys send anything with Google Drive and I have to request access, it takes a longer as amount of time, so I prefer not to do that. So you guys know what to do, ladies and gentlemen, as we get started up slowly. 2 minutes.
Something wrong with my phone. When I pick up my line, I get a click every time. Hey God, something wrong with my line. When I pick up my phone, I get a click every time. Can you hear me? I keep getting a dial tone. I hit you from the cell phone. I should've hit you from the house phone. Hey God, thank you for your blessings and your everlasting love and filling me with your presence. I know you be in these sessions, but I got a few questions. If you could just take a second, I'm just asking, I ain't stressing. Look, I know you read me like a book. Shit, you wrote it. Knocked me off my pivot and you made me lose my focus. Took my
1 minute, 28 seconds.
And you made me feel hopeless. I am not the same, but I'm trying to keep the motion. Why did he have to touch the drink? Why did she get past the plate? Why my uncles can't get straight? Why she have to pass away? Not going against your will, I'm just trying to keep it real. Tell you how I really feel. 100 miles per hour, dog. Tell me when I get the chill. Feeling like I'm Curtis Snow. I'm just trying to keep it still. Okay.
Jeez.
God, something wrong with my phone. When I pick up my line, I get a click every time. Hey God, something
like
wrong
that
with
concept.
my line. When I pick up my phone, I get a click every time. Can you hear me? I keep getting a dial tone. I hit you from the cell phone. I should've hit you from the house phone.
We got 25 seconds till we officially start.
And I don't wanna be nowhere if that ain't right by your side, And I don't know a lot, but I'm really glad that I went and made you mine. And I don't got a lot, but I know the type of stuff ain't on your mind, Yeah, there's plenty fish, but you're the only one I want steady blowing up my load.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
I don't know what I'm doing right
Be
there.
sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Hello, this is Grimace. Be sure to vote 1 to 10 on all music beats and video played on the show. Okay,
you
bye.
can hashtag Dorky, don't play that to stop a song if you think a song is trash, or hashtag run that back to force us to play it again and again and again and again and again.
Dork Squad, this is Rick Sanchez telling you to donate 10 flurbles to Cash App $ pay a dork to get your song played fast as shit.
Autobots, share the stream.
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep when I'm yawning, waking up on alone, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right, y'all know what it is. Another day, another freaking dorky, man. As always, we pretty much are a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. So if you have music, yeah, send it in. Send it to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. Get yourself in. It's first come, first serve. So do be patient if you are in that free line, and or if you are impatient, or if you want more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion or just throughout these streams, skipping the line is the way you're going to want to do that. I am your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka El Dorky Corbon, aka Dorquizo 15, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka El Dorky. I don't even know where I'm at anymore at this freaking point. But I rap, I produce, I mix and master, have been doing this show 4 or 5 plus years or whatnot. We rate everything on a 1 to 10 scale. All feedback is welcome, right? Give people as many details as possible when you are rating music on the show. You know, just so if you don't like something, you know, we always tend to poop emojis, trash, you know, something like that, but that doesn't tell an artist why it's trash. So we always have to be able to explain it as much as possible so that they can go back in and make the record better, right? So always make sure that you guys freaking do that. If you love something, again, let us know why you know, it resonates with you. Artists will know, you know, what they can do in future songs and different things like that. We'll always let you guys know if it's just an audio, is it ready for video, you know, radio consumption, all that. That was weird. Don't ever do that again. What else do you guys need to know? All genres are accepted, so don't be shy. If you got EDM, dubstep, rock, alternative, soft rock, freaking heavy metal, death metal, I mean, we just need to just keep it at rock and everything within that subgenre. Rap, hip hop, R&B, country, it doesn't matter. If you think we don't play it, you're wrong. Make sure you get your thing in and stuff like that. And shout out to everybody who's actually here early today. I mean, but technically, I mean, usually I try to start at 4:20 if I can, but you know, things arise, and so we go live whenever we pretty much can or whatnot. I'm what's known as a pop-up, you know, kind of review show for that reason. But I think that's it. If there's any questions that you guys do have within the chat outside of where am I in the line, we do not give you those details because Skips always kind of push whatever I would say to you right out the door. If I say, oh, you got 2 people ahead of you, and then freaking one person pops up and sends a takeover skip, that's 6 songs back to back. So that's 2 plus 6 plus whatever someone might send in between that. So it just becomes a little bit harder to try to divulge that. In the future, I will try to figure out a you know, proper way where you guys will be able to know, but try to be patient. You know, I'm gonna be here till at least, you know, 4 in the morning if we have to, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure we get everybody in and get in there. But if you want to be played quicker, more towards the beginning of the show type shit, or like I said, if you have that back-to-back kind of feel, then yeah, get your thing in. Plus, we do giveaways on the show if we happen to reach why are they calling me today? We do giveaways on the show. We happen to reach 100, 200, or 300 by the end of the episode.
I think I've taken too many drugs and I'm in another universe, and I was trying to get buzzed in the studio and do a verse, but now I'm seeing an image of Coolio on Jupiter. If I was in the hospital, I probably want to do the nurse. Out of all 80s movies, I'm watching Ferris Bueller first. I'll walk right up to a bully and be like, homie, do your worst. If you don't got any gas, a freaking Razor scooter works. This one ain't for the kiddies, so Super Steve, you can curse.
I really wanna grow up, cause I don't wanna go down. Someday I'm gonna blow up. They love it how my flow sounds. You hate on me, but so what? I know you wanna throw down, but I just wanna throw up. Someone give me a bow now. I just wanna be a doodle chillin', but I'm always dealing with the madness. I just wanna be up on the beach, up in the white, chillin' with a bad bitch. I just wanna live up in the city where they hear me and they go bananas. I just wanna hear the word and every little girl is dealing with a sadness.
I wasn't nice in class. I would always like to laugh and always get in trouble from my teachers cause I'm writing raps. My bad. Vanilla Ice was trash. I'm never on a righteous path. I throw a diaper at my wife and then get sliced in half.
All right. Let me see. Oh, I was trying to go into the thing or whatnot. Let me see where we at so we can just start off and see who comes first. All right, Perfect Pete. You got Perfect Pete with the album, you know what I'm saying, featuring one mic. Hold on. And Jabba the Cut. Jabba the Cut. Hold on, let's see what this is. I think I gotta download. I have to download. Oh, we're also live on all platforms at the same time. Always be patient if you guys are in that free line because we stream on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. And a big salute to everybody rocking with us. Let me just drop this. And should I change this to 4 decks? Like I do be wanting to have like my other effects, but it be tripping. It be tripping. All right. Here we go.
Says
what up, Mac?
Salute me or shoot me, motherfucker.
Dean in the cusp.
Y'all ain't about to do shit though. Bunch of internet gangsters, fake ass tough guys.
It's called the
Come, clash with titans, the torch ignited. I be preaching the same shit, your passion biting. Y'all gassed on goggins, brave on logins. I'm the age of the chambers, I'll crash your noggin. I've been a have-not, but I was raised to change it. So I don't give a fuck what clique you claiming. I was caged in anger, fueled by anguish. On my King Von shit, boy, I'm armed and dangerous. Back on the wall, 10 toes down. And everybody know that you a whole ass clown. I done watered the soul, but it died in greed. That's fine by me, guess it's considered a bad seed. I'm still up in the hood like flywheels and filters. My bad, when I reached out, I should've built you. If we did do a feature, then I would've killed you. Cause my aura alone make shit move like Matilda.
Nice. To get beat down. Beat down.
I bet there's a whole generation out there who has no idea who Matilda is, though. Cause like you gotta be exposed to shit.
The hard-headed never learn.
This bitch called me emotional. You spoke on my dead dad. I'm supposed to be mad. You upset it like champs. Crying on the net on the rag. Saying life's not fair. Look what Pete said. Life's not fair. So you send him on the net. Then when people laughing at you, you crying all upset. PH rolling in his grave like no. Talking ill on the dead. That's a slippery slope. See these hands when we meet. Put them on you. Put you underground for real. Mainstream don't want you. Butterfingers, you fumble the bag. Now your ex-wife tells your daughter daddy's a fag. Call me Perfect Pete or just Pete. Suckers call themselves bad on the real, they're just sweet. Emotional broads with dick on their breath. From sucking 6 men off or getting pressed on the bed. You shut bitch.
Bad cheat. Jump something to get beat down.
What up, bitch?
Never see us fall off like.
How's the fan? How's everybody?
Bad cheat. The hard-headed never learn.
It's a lot of things in life that can't hurt me. I don't even know what's happening, but dog, you better work me. Getting different a lot of times. I don't know what I'm even doing. I'm reviewing speaking music, but I look like Eddie Murphy, and I'm listening to the speaker skit.
That's what preserves the order of things. That one tonight, who was he?
I was gonna beat $1 a day.
Bad cheat. Jump something to get beat down.
That was my jam. That was my only jam.
Never see us fall off like.
Bad cheat from batch
Cash rules everything around me. Swings like the money. Dollar bill, yo. right, big salute. So overall, I mean, we can hit that hip hop button, you know. Anytime we get a hip hop, but we gotta go.
The son of Frankenstein, these niggas be taking lives. I created a monster, wolves ready to take your lives. Frightening, it's like it's till indictments came. I'm just writing this pain, used to write on the train. No bars, just sad names. No disrespect, then the mag aim. 100 yards, that's the mag range. Black brains, tattoos, rep from where my man slain. Brand new chain from Willie Rocks, it's a damn shame. And you niggas is fucking up rap.
So straight hip hop, you know, the music of the culture, right? Anytime we get come across like a record with a boom bap, you know, beat primarily, you know, since it's within there, anything with actual straight up bars, you know, storytelling, like, you know it when you hear it, right? For me, I will never get tired of music like that, because I always feel like, you know, to even have the skill to be able to write something dope, any 2 lines that you can come up with, sometimes things that people haven't heard yet, or how to say something that we have heard but in a new way, whatever the case, there's still a skill in being able to put the right words together, especially if you're doing it yourself, right? We'll always get into small and or big conversations about, you know, what a lot of artists do in this AI generations, you know, everything from, you know, simply having an idea of the song and then pulling out an entire AI, you know, record from that, to using AI, you know, to help with lyrics and different things like that. Like, always know that when it comes to being an MC, a lyricist, like the best rapper, if you are at all gonna go after that moniker of, like, you know, I am the best this and or that, you always have to make sure that you come up with everything yourself. It is supposed to be the skill that comes out of you, right? Again, for those that even get other writers, right, that are even people, like, you have to make sure that what they say, right, basically comes from you instead. Like, that's the whole freaking point. Instead of needing other help to oh yeah, what did you say this? And like, no, you should be the one to basically lock yourself in a freaking closet or a room or some shit, and then figure out truly what you want to. Don't even listen to anything that is out at the current, you know, point in time. Every artist should be locking themselves in a room and figuring out what they truly want to say at this point in time, and what have they not said yet, right? How can you continue to upgrade throughout each project that you do? Anyways, I digress. We're getting way ahead of ourselves and just, you know, pretty much talking about everything at once. But my critique on this record is mix still needed a little bit of work, you know, here and there. You know, making sure that the vocals and the beat itself and elements within the beat are balanced, so that, you know, the words are upfront. There should be a clarity to it that we hear, right? Anytime I hear records, I can just kind of tell when, you know, it just mentally, does it feel like it's a mixtape? Does it feel like it's still not done yet? Does it feel like it's the official album? We gonna put this in stores, put it on vinyl and stuff like that. And that'll always be sort of like that difference between whatever you do. If you want it to be in stores, you want people to take it serious to the point where they hear it, like it, comment on it, and share it, because the share aspect is important. Because we'll like something that just has potential, we'll still comment on that or whatnot, but sharing it takes everything about the record still being good enough for us to be like, because we're basically recommending it to our audience at that point. And especially for someone like me who is a review show, I have to be very careful about the things that I do share in that manner, because people look at or to me for my opinion, especially when it comes to mixes and things like that. So if I just kind of share something all willy-nilly, you know, people, you know, might think I don't know, you know, say what I'm talking about. I'm just sharing anything at this point. But I want you guys to want to get to that point. Still was a dope record, whatnot. And I feel like it would have a music video to it. Last thing is, what was the time? What was the time on that record? Before we jump back in, that was 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Although there was just a section with the sort of soundbite.
But he steals from me, I cut off his hands. He offends me, I cut out his tongue. He rises against
and
me,
like,
cut off his head, stick
I
out.
appreciate that you at least put something there, right? There's always that part of me that I never like to waste a beat or a section of a beat. So I'm gonna make sure that like I'm talking in the intro, or you know, if there's an outro and just the beat is just playing by itself or something, like there has to be something to, you know, make the time that people are spending with the actual record, you know, worth it or whatnot. So just making sure that you get in there. What do you say, Kristen? If I use my free skip on a different song, will you still listen to the other song I sent without the free? Yeah, that's the whole point, right? Skips are skips, and free-line submissions are free-line submissions. So you can send a skip that stays. You can send a skip that basically immediately gets played, and have a completely different record in the free line. Like, you know the rules, or maybe you don't or whatnot, but I've said them, you know, quite a few times. We play one song per artist in the free line, but unlimited skips. So have whatever you are willing to wait for in the free line, if you're willing to, you know what I'm saying, wait for that, but always try to make sure it's your best, just in case we end up cutting it and stuff like that. But even then, if I do cut it, if you get that Dorky don't play that hashtag, essentially.
When these rappers try to make a clever song, no matter what they do, we'll never get along. After COVID, now we'll never share a bomb. I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest.
If you get one of those, if you guys get one of those within like 1 minute of us playing the record, you guys can get back in the line or whatnot, but only if, again, that is for free line submissions. We don't ever hit that button for a skip. You know, you're paid to be reviewed, so we're gonna listen to that whole damn thing and, you know, get in there and see what it's hitting for, essentially, right? Let me see real quick. Give me a second to eat some beans.
Give me a second to eat some beans, yeah. Everybody.
Let me see. Homework, kid, don't forget. Let's see. I'm just gonna make sure I put this here, and then we'll go back into the free line. Back up in the free, matter of fact, I want to be able to say that I don't think that I can actually see, because
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right, let's see what we got. Be Ill. You sent a song called Who? I don't know. Why are you asking me? You the one who should know. It's called Who?
I don't know you. Why the fuck you acting like I was gonna console you? If you looking for a drink, you better look some more, boo. Said I was on petty shit, I'm about to go show you. So what you gon' do? Bitch, I do not owe you. Better go look again. If you ain't real, then I guarantee that you're left on red. And I ain't talking games when I say that you're left for dead. Straight decapitated, she will never get ahead. That chick is missing it. Got the script and I'm flipping it. About to pull up with wifey and she about to go hit a bitch. Probably why they don't like me. Just looking at her will split a lip. Thinking she wanted to fight me, but really she wanted to get this dick. That shit is crazy to me. Count keys, that's A to the Z. They said you're hot, kid you're not, I'm like 180 degrees. Fuck with squad, I'ma pull up and then I'm breaking your knees. Go call up moms, tell that bitch that I am making you bleed. Bitch, who are you? I'm thinking it's new to you. I'm about to go smoke a blunt, it's fire through the roof. They say I'm going dumb, she said I was the truth. But drugs up on her tongue, and now she's drinking goose. Bitch, who are you? I'm thinking it's new to you. I'm about to go smoke a blunt, it's fire through the roof. now she's drinking goose.
You can make up punch up in your face and then you lose your tooth. I was listening to Master P and he said, who did who? I don't even know what the hell I'ma do, but you know what? This is music too, and also freaking I like this because this is what music do. People also like, oh Dorky man, how you get musical? Freaking well, like you listen to the music and then do what the music do, and like you can also go back all up in the industry, and people also have dope songs and beats that they will send to me. I'm friendly like when it comes to this shit and don't have a list, but listen, there's a lot of time where like you really have a hit, but then you gotta make sure that everything on is right, and I don't even really know like what I am doing tonight, but like when I am thinking all up in my freaking mind, there's a lot of time when I want to rhyme, I don't even know if I'm gonna find another artist, cause I don't have a label. You gotta bring the whole relationship without a
Bitch,
table.
who are you? I'm thinking it's new to you. I'm about to go smoke a blunt. It's fire through the roof. They say I'm going dumb. She said I was the truth, but drugs up on her tongue, and now she's drinking goose. Bitch, who are you? I'm thinking it's new to you. I'm about to go smoke a blunt. It's fire through the roof. They say I'm going dumb. She said I was the truth, but drugs up on her tongue, and now she's drinking goose.
All right, big freaking salute. What you think about that? All right, so big freaking salute. 2 minutes and 48 seconds. First and foremost, obviously there's an open verse within there. Comes back with the chorus. I always appreciate that. What would you do for an extension? All it would ever take is a bridge then going back into the chorus, or potentially an 8-bar verse each from you and whatever feature that you would, you know, get on there, right? Then there's also what's the other one? I mean, you could equally just do 8 bars, right? Do the bridge and then 4 bars each, and then, you know, back into the chorus, and then like fade that out. That's if you really want to extend it or whatnot. This doesn't necessarily feel like one that would have like something longer unless the beat does elevate into something, right? I can see you know, where this record has, you know, an electric guitar, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to bring some more of those elements just production wise, you know what I'm saying, into the mix. But yeah, I see the potential within that. The beat reminded me of like some Castlevania shit though, like some video game stuff for sure. Is it still within that spectrum of the newer songs that we've been hearing from you ever so slightly or whatnot? This one sort of dips its toe into like, I think 2 things, you know what I'm saying, at once. So it's not necessarily exactly the other one. Like essentially what I'm even talking about is lately he has been, all right, let me do records that I haven't, you know, necessarily done in terms of the beat, the production that I'm, you know, hopping on, and, you know, see if I'm still able to sustain, you know, my style within those or whatnot. Because usually it's more hip hop centric, like, you know, 90s boom bap and you know, different things like that, which we still appreciate. But also, right, one thing that I favor is when an artist of today still spits actual bars. Because there are some who don't. They literally just throw on a beat and they kind of say or do whatever. Maybe everything's off top. Maybe they just punch into too much. Whatever the case, you don't always see that work ethic as an artist anymore, right? Well, let me not say anymore, because I do see it in certain artists throughout the community, but there are a lot who don't. They weren't sort of raised with those standards, right? You got to understand what it meant to grow up in that time where like you had to be completely yourself. You could not copy anybody else. You had to be able to like be the best, right? For real, like it had to come from you. You had to hop on, you know, the best beats and like really always, you know, kind of cater to that aspect of competition. And even on the same labels, every artist was different. Like growing up with that aspect, I think was important. And also just having this aspect of, okay, if I start making music right now, I can't just do anything. Like, I can't just do anything and then release it. Like, it has to be, you know, dope. And so I have to really develop myself a little bit more before I even think about releasing something. Then, you know, once I get to that point where there's some, you know, confidence and stuff like that in there, then you know, put that up on platforms or whatnot. But you got to remember, there was also that time where the internet wasn't necessarily a thing. So streaming platforms weren't necessarily a thing. It was physical, right? People had to literally make copies of their own music on CD, try to get it pressed up professionally, get actual album covers, hard copies, and then like kind of sell them out of their trunk, which, you know, the personal sales aspect and really getting your stuff out there, I feel like, again, it trained, you know, artists to be entrepreneurs, to really invest in themselves. This was also a time where you couldn't just record yourself, so you did have to go to studios. This is why, like, I do miss those times, because today, you know, everything that has been added over the years makes someone else lazy to a certain extent, and they just don't do all of those, you know, sort of things anymore or whatnot. But I think it will be coming back. Everything always comes back to a head or whatnot. Case in point, we had big ass phones and shit at one point, and then they started getting smaller and smaller, and then they started getting bigger and bigger, and you know what I'm saying, now we have phones that are basically tablets, and you know what I'm saying, like we gonna get it back in there. We gonna get it back in there. Says in my V skip, that's what's up. Let me go take a gander. Let me go and take a panda mother pack. Is this one gonna be different than your Freeline one? Let us know.
I'm floating in the air, drifting all alone in the zone, and I don't care. Please leave me alone, everybody leave me there, 'cause I'm high.
Excuse me, Misty, are you Jubilo Boobity Doobie?
I don't know who that is. You just made up a name, as far as I'm concerned.
No, he's real.
What up, Kenneth? Oh no! How you gon'? I'll just throw it in like that anyway. I gotta write the name again. Thank you for the vibes already. Yeah. Hold on, let me turn this up. This is where. Hold on. Let me restart it or whatnot, right? I want to play it from the standard volume that it's at, so we can basically, you know, basically adjust from there if it does need stuff. So I'm gonna restart the song. I need to hear how it would.
slow-mo nodding at the screen.
Take 27 hours just to cut you off. 27 hours, no love, no loss. 27 hours, no sleep at all. 27 hours. No, 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 no. It might take 27 hours. 27 hours.
Nice. Big salute. So 27 hours this was one that she actually went in and remade, which we always love. Stop it. I like it. It's a different vibe, you know, overall. It's a different vibe overall. You know, it did almost sound like the mix was a little bit louder than it needed to be at first. I think everything, you know, sort of came together as the record went on or whatnot. But also, I was just startled because I had noticed, like, when it first started my program, it already like turned it down, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason. So I had to turn it back to its standard. Then that made it like tremendously louder. Overall though, it feels like a sweet song that I do think would be out there potentially with a little bit of a video. Has that, you know, indie kind of feel. Just you alone potentially, and I'm thinking about like some kind of animated, you know, music video or something like that, right? Just like you kind of spotlight on you in the dark or something like that, or something with you flying in the sky. Or am I thinking about like a Pixar movie or something like that, right? Something where the main character they're just going through that moment of realization, or they finally did something, and you're just watching them, you know. Oh no, wait, you know, let's go with the concept. Let's go with the concept and even the name, right? You know what I'm saying? 27 hours, right? So what if it's a moment where the characters, I don't know, so someone they love has to leave for 27 hours or something like that, or they have to wait for that long for that person to get there. Whatever the case, man. Put that song to that and it goes perfectly or whatnot. Now Liquid did say recorded low in volume, you know, said mix needs work, background fluff, like 7.2 or whatnot. But this one, again, this is now the standard. That's that, like, you know, that would have been in a Hillary Duff movie, you know what I'm saying? But these days, who would they use in Hillary's place? Let them know.
Searching for the master sword. You guys are really bad at spitting rhymes, and you ain't real and have no skills, and so I mastered yours. I could have been killed running past a horde of zombies when I crashed the card and smashed it, blasted 4 magic doors. And man, you know how all these bastards are. I'm like Aladdin when he trapped Jabbar inside a lamp for acting hard when all he had to do was spit a rap or just beatbox to go distract the guards. I got 100 rupees planted on my MasterCard. Don't make me taste a chicken, take it, make it, take a listen to my new mixtape and mention it to other raven pigeons. I'll take a sword and stick it into any dude who's out there pillaging and raping women. Don't make me make you come up missing, cause that ain't the mission. Don't make me make you come up missing, cause that ain't the mission.
Alright, what was I going to say as, oh, we got a 3-song back-to-back skip right now. We're gonna pull that up, man. But let me make sure that I do have all 3, because I see 2. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I have all 3. Or do I? Wait a second. Wait. I see 2. There was that one from, August 24th, but this one has an MP3. Let me put that in there. There's D So Nice with Foreshadow. What else was I gonna say about that last one? And in terms of you saying it was like recorded low or whatnot, I do think that perhaps if it was a more confidence thing, You know, like, cause it was sung like a moment in the movie where the little girl is almost too shy to go out and perform, and the whole movie she's been like stressing that she didn't want to go up, and like, you know, we didn't know what the song, you know, was gonna sound like or whatnot, but then she goes up and then you can tell that there's, you know, just a little bit of you know, trying to just holding back, right? But a moment where you go in and then you sort of like bring that energy and that confidence into something, right? And I don't think the production sort of like felt like it was gonna need that just yet. Like, there are elements that can be elevated. We always talk about that, right? If you add sort of like some violin, sort of like make it feel like it's going into a more, you know, grandiose point, then when, you know, you're able to really get in there and sing, like you on the voice and stuff like that, like it sort of will have a different resonance. So let me see. These So Nice, Foreshadow, and then let's look at the other one. And then there's What Profits a Man. Those are the two. So if there's a third one, send that one. Let me just double check one last time. I think, oh no, you know what? Sneak peek instrumental, right? There we go. I got it. You're good. You're good, man. You're good. You're good. All right, let's do D So Nice first.
Lyrics, scripts.
Oh, is this the beat too? Yo. A chickadee, 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 chickadee.
Chickadee check. Listen, you better freaking send me a check, cause listen, I gotta be able to get on your record real nice, so all of y'all that give me respect. I really don't even know what to do, but man, Left Eye was cool in T.O. freaking C, and I left my feelings inside, freaking at the times, freaking I would listen to all of your beats and that vibe. I'm still right here. People also wanna be able to have a freaking sequel to Lightyear, but you gotta make sure that if Pixar freaking makes it, there's a lot of times where people wanna go in the freaking bathroom, but they don't even take shits. I always gonna go in the studio every single time and always gonna make hits. I always wanna tell y'all freaking that I don't wanna hear none of y'all fake shit. Wanna get up in the kitchen with this freaking track so I can go and bake it, and every time you got a freaking 20, nigga, break it and put it all in half. There's a lot of time where I can tell you jokes, but I'm really hoping all of y'all would laugh. If I had a car right now when I was drunk and I was really trying to drive, then I probably wouldn't crash, but I don't know the outcome. People also want to say that your whole damn house runs. Whatever you try to like go in it. People are like, there's no way that he ain't freaking out. Small dude like 4 midgets. Wait a second, I don't know what is happening, dog. The blunt, I'm holding it. People are like, you know what? There's people that don't even really ever like what it like. See the sequel to the movie that the first one they really didn't like. But there's a lot of people who cold and they ain't even drunk no ice. Even though you gotta eat it. A lot of freaking times I'm awake, but I'm sleeping cause my mind is going all over the place. Like when I really need a small soda, it's so hot that I don't know who the hell I would like even have to go call over to make it cooler.
I didn't even know where the heck to go. Yeah. Your mama is a hoe, that's why she on the floor. Yeah. Woo. Your mama.
Hey, that I should get in there and do that. I like that piano though. Tell you not feeling the track, like listen dog, F you freaking Liquid, why you not feeling my raps? Like listen dog, I ain't still in the back freaking, I don't know like what is even happening. I'm still in the bats, I'm way high, and people also know that listen, with these clothes that I got, I will always stay fly. People always want to tell you that listen, you don't even want to talk to none of those kids because they 5, they barely know information. You gotta make sure that if you get sick, you gotta get something for inflammation. I wanna go and get a PlayStation 5. I already have one, so what do I need a second one for? Why am I even saying that? A lot of times I don't even know why I'm playing that. The track is almost done, and that attack if you ain't.
No, not me. Not me. So, 3 minutes and 16 seconds on this one right here. And like, you know me, like I love any good beat with pianos in it. I don't know why. I don't necessarily know if that's my favorite like instrument to hear, between that and like a saxophone, maybe trumpets, depending on, you know, where they go. Like that live music aspect just always, you know, hits me in a certain place. So when we have certain samples, or real piano work and things like that, I think it brings a kind of different life to the record, right? This one right here gives you a lot of ability to get in there and like storytell, get some, you know, bars in and stuff like that. Just needs that right energy, you know, within, potentially a chorus within there. And, you know, I always like to, I appreciate the beat itself being the 3 minutes and 16, you know, song length wise, just because I always say, like, give us the option. Give us the option. You never know what we may want to do. You know, we may want to add a feature or two onto the song. We may want to make something a cipher. But if not me, because I both produce and I engineer as well. So if I needed to extend a beat, I'm hopping on. I can loop it in the right areas so it still feels natural. Like, but I've heard people that aren't necessarily as versed and they try it and then it's offbeat all of a sudden, you know, goes, you know, either way faster than it needed to be or a little bit, you know, too late or whatnot. The point is that you can hear it when those occasions happen. But if you provide us with enough yourself, and I usually also say, you know, to just simply make the beat feel as lived in as possible. That means, like, you know, don't just loop things in like maybe about 8, you know, bars or so. Always try to figure out like every 2 or so bars, like what can you change about, you know, each section, like, you know, dropping a drum or two here or there, flipping the sample into a different tone or chopping it in different sections, just to hear you guys, you know, as a part of it throughout. I think it allows you to feel just as present as whatever artist is on there, right? And then the producer doesn't become an afterthought, right? Like it's just a beat that the artist is rapping on and stuff like that. No, we want to feel like, oh, I love what the producer is still doing within it. Oh, they flipped it right there. They you know, change the tone, used a different sample from the same, you know, family, if you will. But we always love that or whatnot. Now, Liquid had a little bit more critique for it, though. You know what I'm saying? He said he wasn't necessarily feeling that. And he said if it wasn't this skip, he probably would have hit a Dorky don't play that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't agree with that. I like you know when I truly do feel something, because I will try to get at least to the end of, you know, that beat or whatnot. I'll still feel it for a certain amount of time. And he said if it wasn't for the piano though and stuff like that, well, but it's the piano is a part of it though, you know what I mean? So like, what for you was an aspect that didn't necessarily hit for you and stuff like that? Was it the drums, you know, the sort of tempo? And then we also do have to factor that the song, like, I don't know this for a fact, but the songs that you at least, you know, are promoting at the moment and do seem to favor have been like the R&B centric ones, right? So if it's not necessarily in that R&B, right, does that affect, you know, your thought process? Like when you listen to something like this, do you think about a specific kind of rapper, or do you try to, you know what I'm saying, could Christopher Duncanson, you know, sing on that and do something? I could still actually hear, you know, something from Chris on that. Oh, yeah. Oopie doobity doopie. Doobity doobity doopie. He can get in there and do that. I'm just kidding.
Let me see what the second one we will do is. What is this? Sneak peek instrumental, Rufus Sims. Where did I drop? Hold on. And then what was? And what profits a man? Okay, I think I got that.
Scripts.
All these are produced by Scripts.
So epic. Yo. Had to change it. Lot of freaking places that you had to take it. It's sizzling like you had a whole bag of bacon. And then you put that whole shit on the back of the whole thing when you freaking like maybe had to go grab a plate when you don't even know if you even like had the patience. People are like, oh my freaking goodness, man, Dorky so freaking mad that he had to chase it. He said, not like this one. Bring it back, bro. Yeah. Listen, I didn't want to see some shit. About to freaking try to rap to this beat from Scripts. People also like, listen, I don't even really know what is happening, but you know what, nigga, he's dumb. Chris, like, why do you even do shit? I don't know, I'm always like trying to say that I am like fine right in the who shit. What is like even happening? The beat had changed a lot of times. I really don't know if it be so changed. Like if you take it to a whole belt. This is one of those things where back in the days your mom whipped you with your whole belt. Or maybe she would get it switched from a tree and people don't know if I'm rapping like specifically. I'm always trying to say that I don't even know if I can get invisible beats because I wouldn't be able to hear it. There are some samples in the world that like you wouldn't like really be able to clear, but that one threw me off. That one threw me off. I didn't think it was gonna change. That was a good example of what I was talking about though. What profit a man? Ooh, he said 8.4 on that. That walk away in slow motion at the end of the video.
Shit! Blueprint 3, y'all! Chicken, man.
Listen, I take advantage of really trying to get up there when I can because y'all know there are those rare times when I lose my voice completely and going and doing anything high pitched just it all goes out the door, even my nonsense. Well, gee, it's nonsense. So with this one, right, more in that slight Rockefeller vibe or whatnot, right, which is good if Jay-Z would want to get within there. I know Freeway for sure, Rufus, and there are artists that Scripts has worked with that he'll also send to the show, to support when or with or without his production, and often that whole team, right, like he knows what to sort of pull that a lot of them would rap to or whatnot. Like it's so cohesive that like any individual one of them can hop on any of the beats, and then all of them could hop on all of them like as a cypher situation, and it would be, you know, dope as well or whatnot. But again, just to point out, man, that is a little bit of what I'm talking about, right? You go in there, second verse comes in, you sort of change it a little bit, you keep the artist on their toes when it does come to them really trying to fill out, make a song full or whatnot. Like that may be a section because, you know, hi-hats and different things like that. It may be a section that an artist chooses to rap a little bit faster or something like that, right? Twista, you know, come with the phone, come with the, you know what I mean? Like whatever. It really just depends on what an artist would need to do. There's also, you know, different genres of artists that we can invite onto our songs, you know, as well. But I feel like it's a 2-verse, you know, scenario. And then the last part is just, you know, talk your shit in the outro or just walk away while it's all in slow motion for the end of the video, you know, type shit. But not bad. Give y'all thoughts on which of the 3 you guys like best, because we do have one more before we get back into the free line. If we do have a skip, I will let you guys know. Let me see. Didn't I just download? Be Nice, Foreshadow, Rose of Man, and then I think the Revenge one, right? Last one. And an 8.4 on liquid for that. What up, Big Dizzy? There's nothing I can do about it, baby. I just wanna love you.
Scripts.
Ooh, no. That breathing makes me feel like there's somebody else that's about to hop on there. I kind of like this. Yo, how about that?
Scripts.
I had to run it back. A lot of times people freaking come to the show and don't think that I can fucking rap. But listen, I'm about to get up on this beat now, and you about to catch a beat down before I fucking snap. I don't know how even that could come out. Freaking a lot of time I just wanna sit on your couch and then freaking fuck it up with my feet like I was Rick James. A lot of times I will like kick you without this name. Whatever that means though, freaking people are like, man, you know, act me slow when it will try to freaking pop up, so you need some knock theme. But there's a lot of time where like, no dog, I did not see it. I'm having like way too many syllables, and how the hell can I like be lyrical? And every time I freaking hop on your freaking track, I'm about to feel it though. A lot of times I don't need a skillet, bro. I could cook shit up on my freaking breath. People like, dog. Yo, I would like wanna write to that shit. But you can tell where my mind goes. A lot of times freaking I would be able to write with a pine cone. If I'm just chilling all up in the forest, I can make a freaking song without a chorus, but I wouldn't though. Cause like a lot of times I hop up on your beat and like there's a lot of places like back there you wouldn't go. You should have known freaking when you woke up, people getting mad at you and they just want to poke stuff. People want to dope, but they don't even really know if like they could get the eggs and like never pick the yolks up. They don't even know if they're stoked up and folk up. You may want to just see me trying to smoke cause yo, this one is dope.
Everybody knows that you don't even know what you're gonna go. You don't even know.
Kind of like this one. I'm in between. I'm in between this. A lot of times freaking people don't even think that they are in between heads, but they always make a new song and people also like want to get some discounts, so they are going for the group on, and all of y'all are asking. Freaking is this beat dope or asking? Always freaking wanting to make sure that we pass it. People also don't even know where the heck they lasting. Yeah, this is definitely something we could get in and like some. Cause this one, listen. I wanna remind people, when I freestyle, I freestyle. All right, that is it's just that exactly on the freaking show. But when I get on a song, I write. So I always wanna sit down and be able to make sure every line is not only dope, but something that I, you know, would really say and think. I like going into kind of stupider, you know, more kind of funny, entertaining places, and then also, you know, some of the dope lines. So I would take a little bit more time with that, but also it doesn't feel like a one-man record. You need a few people, spitters. This might be another one of those like cypher records for sure, because I can just see that, like, you know what it reminds me of? Not exactly. It doesn't remind me of the beat exactly, but just one of those vibes and whatnot. When Rough Riders first appeared, right, and you had that was it the Rough Riders, what was it freaking called and shit like that? The one that had DMX, Dragon, Eve, The Locks, you know, pretty much that early Rough Riders, you know, lineup. You know, that, you know what I mean? And like each of them went in and it was like introducing them as, you know, the team and the squad and shit. I feel like this could be, you know, one of those for anybody, right? Someone new. It could be like, you know, existing, like a Coast Contra or a Def Squad, or, you know what I'm saying, Red Meth and Raekwon. You know what I'm saying? Like I love combinations within shit, but that one is definitely dope, and I kind of agree. But I still liked 1, 2 though. Right, little bias, because I did like 1, 2, and 3, but I think 3 sort of like, I think takes a little bit more top. Then it goes to 2, and then 1. I guess if we have to go in that order. But good job. Good to be able to get some. Good to be able to get some beats from you, you know, as well, because again, you know, like, we appreciate everything. We appreciate the anytime you can send your beats. You know, we get that education of other real producers out there. I always want to acknowledge and make sure that you guys, even like the artists, know that it's better for you guys to work with independent producers, you know, versus just, and I'm saying, like, actually contact the producers of the beats that you guys, you know, hop on, even if it's some random like YouTube beat. Like, if someone likes any of the songs, you want to be able to catch things early on, create a relationship with that producer. And I always say, you know, if you have enough of a relationship to be able to send them the vocals, right, they'll be able to add even more to your song after everything's said and done and stuff like that, right? Because we only have so many ideas in our head when it comes to the beats itself, right? If we're not the artist on the record, we're not always going to think about, you know, the different flips and stuff like that we would do, right? So if we have something basic there, just as a baseline for you to hop on, send us your vocals, and we can actually, you know, add a little bit more finesse to specific parts, you know, inspired by your song, and then it can have an even more, you know, cohesive, you know, vibe and stuff like that to it. So it is always up to you on what you want to do. Let me see. Big Dizzy is trying to use his skip and clip, so we will put you on in there in just a moment. Man, that last one took me back to like BT days, man. Like when Rhapsody the Basement was, you know, was a thing that they liked and promoted and knew needed to be. Like, I don't understand like why they would, like, whatever happened with like 106 in Park. And I mean, I know 106 in Park has still been around, you know what I'm saying, for a while, but like, you had something going with the like Free and AJ specifically, and then you know, with Tigga, you know, on the Basement. Like, it was a thing that just, like, as a rapper, we all wanted to make it so we can go in and, you know, get that interview or whatnot, because he cared about the culture. Like, y'all gotta understand, the interviews with different people are going to be very different. What you're asked about question wise, you know, will be very different depending on who is interviewing you and how much they do know about the culture, or just even you, and if they've done, you know, that research. So you know, when you have someone interview that absolutely loves, is in the culture, can also get in there and rap, freestyle, like that was always dope, because everybody got to do their little, you know, freestyle. You got to go up there and do top 100 videos and stuff. It just helped even those of us that weren't in the industry yet have a love and a respect for the artists who came before and stuff like that. So I'm saying, hold on, let me go over here and hit this button. So yeah, we appreciate the culture. Make sure I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the
Nonsense will always be rapping these verses. Everyone told me get back in the circus. Everyone out doesn't rap with a purpose. This isn't real, man, I'm actually nervous. Aliens out here attacking the surface, shooting the schools and attacking the churches. Nothing we're doing is actually working. Look, Miley Cyrus is actually twerking. This is absurd and I'm always observing. I listen to words and I quick lift a turd and throw it in the dirt, and I sit on the curb and talk shit to a bird, and I'm simply a nerd. Clearly I'm black, I'm not German, I'm urban. Movies I watched as a kid were disturbing. Gremlins and Goonies, and then
In the land of the dead, or return of the dead, we're gone with the wind. Wait, what's wrong with my head?
Give me a second to fix this view. Like, geez, yeah. Hi, I'm Big Man. You already know what it is, man. We are now in the skipping clip of Big Dizzy of LOD with Bob Bomb Blast, man. Give this a 1 to 10. Any and all feedback is, of course, welcome in the comments. You already know what it is.
When I drop this song, don't be alone. Yeah, I got this shit. Run for cover. Get out of here. When I drop this bomb, hey. When I drop this song, don't be alone. I got this shit. Run for cover. Get out of here. That boy is Benny Honda. Here you go, another banger for your radio. Lean low, do this for the family hoe. Get low, shit falling from the patio. So high like what we destined for. Yep, just like the queen, you can set off. You a stepper, I'm the one you're not stepping on. Who can stop me when I'm on an Adderall? If you curse me, I think you might have started wrong. Yep, stuck to the game, shit head on. If you luck, go bad, find a leprechaun. Close as fuck what you think, one in a blank. I can always make you an editor. Yep, boo-boo, we, Dizzy and LOD. Pockets let notes like a melody. They count me the flow like a parody. Go ahead and king me like a pharaoh, please. Straight to the point like an arrow beat. Hope you see me in clarity. Put my hand out like charities. Out for my people who feel like me. Fuck your systems in jail for beat. So nasty like an evident freak. Soon as you wake up, they praying you sleep. I hope you see. Bonds of a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad batch. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset. Bonds of a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad batch. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset. Going straight to the top with this. I told the crew stand back cause I got the shit. And I'm at that play, they ain't stopping it. Told straight fucking X-Man just like Apocalypse. Going straight to the top with this. If I ever reach my peak, that still ain't stopping shit. Got it on lock like cops and shit. Yeah, that whole first verse was cut through the awkwardness. I got this like a pocket bitch. I'm the one with power like a rocket is. And they know I stay on, run the clock and shit. So you clocking this pocket bitch. I get you out of here like a rocket bitch. I want a double R like ride or die. My pocket's fat and I ain't trying to die. So I stay with weight like go get behind the line. You lost your head and I ain't finding mine. Till I blow up like when you finding mine. Venmo, cash app, but do you rock with shine? Mine never lose my shine like this little light of mine. I'm going straight to the top. Yeah, came a long way from the block. I'm cutting in line while I wait for a spot. Cause you really down when you lay on the cot. Straight hip hop never made it to a bad dad. So you bad disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad bag. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset.
Yeah. Bonds with a bad dad. So you bad disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad bag. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset.
Bonds with a bad dad. So you bad disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad bag. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset. Bonds with a bad dad. So you bad disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad bag. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset.
When I drop this song, don't be alarmed.
Yeah, I got this shit.
Run for cover.
Get out of here.
When I drop this bomb, when I drop this song,
shit.
don't be alarmed.
I got this shit.
Run for cover.
Get out of here. When I drop this bomb,
Looking at the bomb and shit, a lot of times I don't know what the hell I'm on and shit. And all of y'all freaking know when nothing is song and shit. I'm always gonna be honest with y'all freaking. Y'all can do whatever y'all wanna do. Y'all can freaking read a song or draw and shit. No, shut yourself. Big freaking salute. You already know what it is. 1 to 10. And you know, feedback is, of course, welcome, right? Now, shout out to Big Dizzy of LLD with Bob Blast. I've heard many records from this artist. This one in particular does stay within a consistency of, you know, a style that I have, you know, heard from him. You know, throughout the you know, some years that he's been sending to the show. I appreciate that consistency, and you know, the records that I tend to like from you are these ones that do feel a little bit more fun. There's a I don't know if I want to say like a bounciness, you know what I'm saying, to it. Not necessarily about, but like, you know, it's like you can kind of jump and skip to it in a certain way or whatnot, right? But it's still very consistent. I appreciate the 3 minutes and 24 seconds, of course. And I think, as I said before, you have like this, you know, the Courage the Cowardly Dog. There's you know, Madison song. There are certain records that you have that I do feel like they're building up for, you know, an interesting album. I just hope that they are coupled with visuals that can, you know, match up or whatnot. With this one, it's like, should it be, you know, video game in theme? Like, should it be something like a video entirely made in like 8-bit or something like that, with you in it, speech bubbles and different stuff like that or whatnot, but still fun stuff that happens. Again, something like, you know, you getting transported to, you know, a land in Mario, you know, or something like that, and then you just sort of going in there and doing a verse and stuff like that. Obviously, there's a little bit of like, how far can we go with things? How far? These are the things that we do got to make sure that we, you know, research before we end up in scenarios, right? It's like, if you do a song loosely based off of a game, like unofficially a song for the soundtrack, so to speak, you know, can you put visuals from the game or movie and not be hit with some sort of, you know, takedown because of those visuals being in there or whatnot, right? There is an aspect of, you know, fair use sometimes, depending on, you know, what it is. And I think certain creators will look at things as, you know, kind of promotion and, you know, paying homage. So they'll okay things. It just depends on what it is. But this is, I mean, is there a sample within that beat? Like, what would that be from? If it is, if not, you're already, you know, lucky there, because you ain't got a deal with that. Either way, still sounded dope nonetheless. What do you guys freaking think? Give your thoughts in the chat as we proceed to give you what you need and stuff. We
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me me until I stop them. Put my
Yeah, like, see, and you gotta do that every time you put the song, every time you send a song to a show, like, put bombs in the chat. You gotta get people to, you know, kind of, you know, get excited and just automatically do it when they start hearing it, you know, every time type shit. Like, get the branding pretty much, you know, on point. And I think that'll always come back. Let me see what we got next up, because I think your free line submission. Let me look at your let me look at your let me look up your pre-line. When it's pawns, let me see. Production, beautiful.
I walked into a room and saw her. I don't think I like that kind of play. Don't play with my feelings so. So happy, always feeling underlooked, unappreciated. Oh, bittersweet. All I gotta say, and I'm feeling free. I just want to say, I like to play games, maybe sit and play. I just want love.
Let me light an incense. This is what I love when all of y'all are trying to
love with you. Nothing could ever take me away. I'll never get enough of you.
Trying to find my lighter. When I haven't placed it, I don't even know what the hell that it is. But I think that I'm a fighter. face it, you don't even know what the hell you gonna do, but like you need to like face it, and I don't know if I should be like running from Jason when I know that. Good job. I like that. I like that. 4 minutes and 18 seconds. 4 minutes and 18 seconds. I appreciate you taking your time with that, as I do with any artist. We talk about it a lot on the show, as I really just don't like when it feels like an artist is rushing out of a song. Let us sit with it. Let us feel like we're having an experience with your records, and one of those ways is by giving us enough time, but also having the variation in, you know, your vocals or flow or whatever you might do on a record. This is a good vibe. Something I would have loved to see performed in like a, you know, kind of jazz, you know, kind of like a jazz band, you know, kind of spot, where you just have that live, you know, music feel. Another one I can see visuals for, and man, again, I was over here like really trying to find my incense. Well, I found my incense, but it was my lighter to actually activate, because that's the type of shit I like listening to, you know, with that. My mom sort of like, you know, imparted that onto me. Would always like clean the house while she was listening to certain like, you know, records, music, and vibes, and then would light, you know, incense, you know, during that process. So I always would have that just like that incense, you know, smell on my brain when I'm hearing certain records. And like, it's a ritual to me. However, unless I can find, hold on, man, I may have to run that back. I may have to run that back just so I can have that again, that vibe real quick. Do.
I don't even know if your mama doesn't even know.
Dude, what did I freaking do, Eddie? What did you do? What did you do? I said, what did you do? Hold on, y'all. I am looking not over there either. Not over there. What's up? What's poppin'? Is that a spider?
Hey, mister!
My guy, dog. I don't want to like go to something else and then like come back. I wanna do it now. But I maxed out. I'll just like leave that on the side, I guess. I'll leave that on the side so I can actually come back and pull that in. But what if another record pops up? And then I still wanna do the same damn thing. That's the problem. He said run it back anyway. Now we'll see if I'ma do that. If I'ma do that, then I'm finding the freaking thing. F that. Oh wait. Oh my freaking gosh. I'm like sitting on it the whole time apparently, or at least it was on my side. And so hold on real quick. Right here. Seriously? I didn't think I would be. We got a 9 on that from Liquid. What the freak, man?
under her info.
When I speak, I open up my mind and I get free. When you understand rights, I feel real. I don't feel so happy. Always feeling underlooked, unappreciated. Oh, bittersweet. All I gotta say, and I'm feeling free. I just want to say, I like to play games, maybe sit and play. I just want Don't you know that I fell in love with you? Nothing could ever take me away. I'll never get enough of you. Oh, all is care for you. I don't want to feel like I'm not around. Maybe I can get stuck in my way. Maybe if I think so slow, I can live my life. Ooh,
Sitting in the back of this.
I can't move my eyes and free. Oh, hey, love. Hey, love.
When you getting it, you don't even know what is happening. This is it, freaking. You know that I don't know what I'ma do, but this is like one of those situations where you don't even like it. Everybody, what's up, party? How's the vibes today? We just got out of one right now.
I walked into a room and saw. I don't think I like you.
Right. I think we said what we already kind of reviewed it. We just like ran it back. But both artists, you know, on this record came and conquered. You know what I'm saying? Did their things, the vocals, the melodies, the harmonization. All of that is amazing. Would be dope for a live performance, something on a soundtrack, as well as a music video.
I'ma air it out.
Okay.
Let me air it out.
That's right.
I'ma air it out. Let me grab the mic, show 'em how I air it out.
All right, let's get back into the line. Ooh.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Next up, we got AD with cuck repellent. Are we even able to say that? You know what I'm saying on the live. Well, if I wasn't, I said it twice, so that doesn't help. Let me see. Where is this? Right here. He's like, hey, yo, man. Is this the one? I can't remember how to do the chorus.
My metamorphosis got met with some horror bitches, snored and shit, more bitches. I didn't stop because I was bored of it. Sit down and listen to my tale about the unfortunate stories. Your boy lived trying to get a Porsche, living up in a foster home to get love. Did the aforementioned shit. I was fucking kitty like Shane Dawson and scoring dipper cause I wanted love. Fuck me before they give your boy a kiss, floored him with porn. Took his soul then left him cold. Then I'm the biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. The biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. The biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. The biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. I had to usher in some loving with grinding and just bumping with bitches who was older like R. Kelly, they was loving it. Even Stevie wonders why I was putting up with it when they suck to suck and dig. Maybe it's cause mother did neglect me as a kid while the friends were all touching. This being kinda smooth, isolation only fucked me. Shit, drugs from them cause I did wanna find the bud to get them in to feed me. Drugs felt like Mac Miller up in this. Thought that I would die like a rock star, got so sick and tired of partying right after this whole show. Your bro the slowest road, cheated, took all your bros though. Gave him chlamydia, yes, that name was pretty bro. Known to stop it with the party and they popping shit often. 80 Rocky needed hard, but she was stopping his rocking. So it shocked him like a doctor when he was being honest and started trying to help himself. His girl got him where he's not thinking. I'm the biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. The biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. The biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. The biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. My mama told me that I was different the moment I was invented. It's strange, baby, no, I'm not ashamed. Ugly but still pulling any women I want. Put those in the kitchen, it's strange, baby, they loving my ways. Except for my motherfucking lady, she steady driving me crazy. It's K, baby, I love you, she says. Then making comments about how I'm short and I'm looking 15. I swore it would change, baby, my homies now say. What the fuck had happened to your brother? Remember we was small and I was clapping for your brother. But now that pussy got you neutered, happy for your brother. You trapped yourself, you damned yourself, I can't adore your brother. Let this be a lesson to your peasants. You choose the wrong homies, they finna take away your blessings. Me and my lady that I'm with gon' always make it better. Get mad and then I write about it, throw away and better. I'm the biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. The biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. The biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it. The biggest fan of shindigs and the shit that's sad. If you think that I'm ugly, then I'm sad to say that we can never save it.
The biggest fan.
I'ma go ahead and apologize to my girlfriend. I know she don't like hearing me rap about sex, but take it as a thank you. You helped save me from all that bullshit. And now I don't gotta be a cook like all these other stupid motherfuckers bragging about their body count. Now I get to fuck one girl 100 times while y'all fucking 100 girls once.
This might be your best record, bro. Listen to me right now. Listen to me right now. Okay.
So first and foremost, man, you got on here, you killed it. You could tell you had fun. I appreciate, the switch up. Like, you could just tell you felt this beat in a different way. You're always still consistent when it comes to like the rhyme patterns and trying to figure out, different things on, each beat. But this one, I think you found that confidence. You still got in there, had a little bit of a story, to tell through and through, which we always love. But and then like I love the beat selection as well, right? This is the record to beat, right? From in terms of you always like for every artist, right? What I really try to do is find what are my favorite records from you guys. Like over time, like you guys can pretty much send whatever, throwbacks, new things, and throughout me being able to listen to a lot of records from you guys, eventually we find the ones that are our favorite, the ones that we personally would put on our playlist. And specifically in regards to this show, you guys know there are times where somebody else may send another song and I may want to just show you guys love by like, hey, you should work with this artist. And I like to have songs to be able to pull out to show, what you can do and, some of the best work that you guys, may have or whatnot, right? So this is definitely in the lineup of one of those songs that, every other song that you make kind of has to live up to or whatnot. Whatever mode you got into with this is what you should really try to tap into for, you know, at least an album, and then, you know, kind of continue upgrading from there, right? Yo, you know, we start off as people trying to be an artist, and like you can hear it in an artist's voice, in their sometimes lack of confidence, just in their, you know, whatever. You just know when it sounds like it's an amateur, and then eventually, you know, you hit that, you know what, let me actually rap to beats that make me really want to go in, and then you do that over and over, so that, you know, you can build that reputation of actually being somebody dope or whatnot. It's that moment where, like, again, Infinite was okay for Eminem, right? It was very, you know, different. It was very tamed. It was aight, you know, it felt more like AZ mixed with, you know, something else or whatnot. But the moment he went to the Slim Shady, you know, EP and LP, right? Like, it was the upgrade for that. Then when he hit Marshall Mathers, you know, it was another upgrade. Then when, you know what I'm saying, he kept going every year with certain things. Then eventually, I think with Rap God, that was sort of another upgrade. So he's been able to do it, like, you know, from time and time again. I think Jay-Z had like maybe one specifically, right? He used to rap fast, which was still cool, a little bit closer to like Big L and not Twister necessarily, but, you know, it was different. And then he kind of slowed it down a little bit, became a little bit more tame, and not that it was an upgrade, but it was still a dope version, you know, of himself. Like how he would, you know, write things was always dope. Lil Wayne, right? We end up having this conversation about everybody. Wayne definitely upgraded. And it was around that time where he started making mixtape after mixtape. I think Drake had, you know, just come out with like So Far Gone, and something happened to Wayne. Like he had some inspiration, and then, you know, got Young Money together and stuff like that. Now, I will say that I do feel like Jay Mills, on the other hand, right? If we're talking Young Money, if you guys know, you know. Jay Mills, before he was in Young Money, he was way more of a like New York kind of based artist and sound. His first single that a lot of us remember was that No, No, No. You know what I'm saying? Dun, 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 dun. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole, it was a dope beat. He got in there, straight bars or whatnot. He would go and like battle rap, like literally. Like he was in that same circuit as Murder Mook and you know, most of the battle rappers that you know. Then when he hit Young Money, something happened. I don't know what. It wasn't, at least to me, an upgrade. His voice changed. He didn't sound the same at all. It was as if he had just hit puberty after all that time. And, you know, I need to look up if anybody else ever felt the same. But I feel like people completely forgot about that version of Jay Mills. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally was the dude. If you remember Making the Band, right? The two things you'll remember from Making the Band, one is him making them walk to get the cheesecake, right? The other thing is the battle that Ness had with Jay Mills or whatnot, right? Like literally he wanted to test Ness, and so he was like, we gonna get the hottest battle out right now. And so Jay Mills was that freaking dude. That's what I'm talking about. To go from that to like people not necessarily saying that about you, but when you're with one of the biggest, like, you know, posses, groups, like whatever, you know, at the time, like with Nicki, with Tyga, freaking Wayne, you had Drake there technically. It was a movement. Anyway, let me see what's up. What do you say? To me, honestly, it goes let me see, 1 Blueprint, 2 444, 444. You know what I'm saying? Reasonable Doubt, and then Black Album or whatnot. Man, Black Album still amazing till this day or whatnot. Blueprint, you know, was definitely something in there. And again, what I remember about Blueprint 2 was at the very last record, if you let it play for like 3 more minutes and it's just silent for 3 minutes extra, right? You let it play and or fast forward it, I guess. there's like 3 extra songs that just pop up. But in order to hear them, you literally, again, these were in the day of CDs. It was not all over the internet type shit. So you literally had to play it and like let it play to hear what was there. One was a Girls remix, which was dope, produced by Kanye. And then there were 2 other, you know, records and stuff like that. And I thought that was like, it was creative. It was something different. Not that many artists even tried to follow, you know, that aspect. But Easter eggs, man, it's something that we can do. And, you know, if the fans, you like, you could do certain things and then figure out ways where like it can be a little bit of a contest for those who find out what those Easter eggs are, right? And so if they get all the way to the end of the album, right, you have a song that has like a number for that person to call, and you say the first person to, you know, to basically call that number, and you don't even say nothing, just like have it be in that situation, right, where they have to sort of listen and like figure it out. And then they are the one that listens, right? They call that number. That what's on the answer machine is a code where they can, you know, I don't know, get a gift card or a free merch pack or something like that from you. Whatever the case, we really do have to start making this fun again, worth the actual time that people spend to listen to our music, and or any money that people would even try to invest. Man, I literally just watched a video with a female artist who put almost $100,000 into what she was doing, and she still ran into a lot of problems. She had perfect visuals. She literally paid what an industry artist, you know, would basically pay a lot of the, again, videographers. She worked with like, you know, EDM producers and different things, but it was like when she wanted to invest in herself, she literally put all that money into it, and then still ran into the problems of, you know, certain records somehow getting taken down because, like, I don't know what it is with Spotify sometimes, like they'll think that, you know, if you all of a sudden your record starts coming viral, somehow it still picks up like it's fake streams or something like that, so then they'll just take it off the platform. So there's elements like that, or them not, you know, uploading certain things, you know, on time. You know, I think what she said is figuring out a way. I mean, again, I have to pull the video, but she also pulled her streams too, and like how much she made after basically getting a certain amount, which would, you know, almost for anybody, we're looking for that like million streams of anything, that like 100,000 any kind of amount of streams. We're like, oh, we taking something in the pocket, you know what I'm saying, for that or whatnot, right? But it ended up being like even some low amount for the amount of work done to get that certain amount of streams, and then to only end up with, you know, what seemed like 4K. 4K is still a good amount for any of us, right? You know what I'm saying? That's like a few months of rent, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But it's not enough for a new car, a whole new house, a whole new, you know what I'm saying, this and that, right? So you still, even if you were then, you know, when you equate how much she put into it, you know, it just became something for her that was, you know, a little bit discouraging. But she said, figure out how to make your visual platforms work with your music, right? So yes, doing the music videos, but figuring out how to you know, get into that monetization, and to blow it into a way where you can get sponsors at the same time. And sync licensing may help a little bit freaking as well. But it's a tough game. It is a tough game, even when you have, you know, the best quality and stuff like that. You still want that though. You still want all of the best quality situations, because when people start checking you out, you know, when they can see that you are willing to invest in yourself, I feel like they will start, you know, showing up. It really just depends on what you do, right? Like even her making that video did make me go in the comment and actually say, you know what, because I'm gonna actually support you because I see that how much you invested in yourself is something that needs to, you know, be done. Things may not happen immediately overnight, but we have to really market in all ways, right? Anytime things don't necessarily pan out the way that you want, always ask yourself, if you tried everything, did you try to set up a, you know, a radio interview or something like that? Did you do any podcasts leading up to the release, you know, and you know, try to get a lot of different audiences to know about it? Like everything under the sun at the same time, and just making sure that you're popping up in people's feeds for many different reasons. Like that gets you on people's mind, right? I literally remember when, like, you know, Royce da 5'9" or you know, Clips or someone, when they're gearing up for a release, you'll start seeing them on those podcasts doing different interviews, you know, just making sure that you see their faces and sort of like hear them in those contexts or whatnot. So I think it's everything. It's the social media posts, it's you going live, letting people know about it, you showing that you're an artist. What do you say? Black Thought, Lupe, Kendrick, both of the clips are better than Wayne or whatnot. How do we get into that conversation? You know, not that we have to debate really and stuff like that, but like, you know, I do think that they are all talented in their own way. I ain't taking nothing away from Wayne ever though, because I know what he grew into, right? What he literally was before, you know, could have been mistaken as like a one-trick pony or whatnot, right? Because again, when he was in Cash Money, that's all they were rapping about. It was like money, 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 blang, blang. Every time I come, you know, it was money, money, money. For him to even decide to branch out and be like, let me make a rock album, let me make something with more hip-hop elements, let me pay homage to the culture in this way. Now, you won't hear those if all you hear is singles and mainstream records from Wayne, but he doesn't always make those. That's the point that I'm making, right? If you're even willing to go and make those other records too, it matters. It literally matters. I've always wanted that for some of the mainstream artists, so that I could actually feel like, you know what, let me give them a listen or whatnot, right? Knowing that XXX did a record with Joey Badass and he actually did have some hip-hop shit, that made me respect him a little bit more, because before that I had thought, oh, he just kind of makes that, like, you know, SoundCloud more melodic music, you know what I'm saying? It's fairly decent, but you know, you hear a lot of stuff like that and you don't know what real talents that an artist has. Like Lil Yachty, man, I don't think he will ever live down that time when, you know, I think he was on Funk Flex or something like that, and he was trying to have him rap to like a DJ Premier beat, and like he kind of refused to do it, and you know, kind of made excuses on, you know, just his generation is different. But like, you know, I feel like as an artist, as a rapper, you know, that's the test. What can you rap to? How much can you rap to? And if you do have those limitations, there's basically some work to do, some practice to be, you know, had. And also, when it comes to those freestyles, by the way, they don't expect you to spit stuff off top. You know, the funny thing is, like, some people will go and they'll do that, and then again, you'll run into that situation where you're just not feeling the beat in that way. And if you're gonna try to go off top, you're definitely gonna fall off in that. But if you prepare yourself with something that is written, but that you will only spit on that specific interview, that specific you know, sort of like station and stuff, you know, you make it become a classic, something that people appreciate. Do not put yourself in the game's position where he spit one verse a million times in different scenarios, because like that's not what people want. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to be able to have something that we get to hear from. If I bump into you in the streets and be like, you know, hey, let me hear something or whatnot, right? It's your choice whether or not you want to do something completely off top in that moment, right? Because I can beatbox, so I can do it anywhere, right? And you can either beatbox or you can, you know, spit something written or whatnot. But what I'm saying is, if you spit that written, don't ever spit it anywhere else, especially if there are people recording. Let it live in that moment, because people will literally remember it as that. Any of the interviews that you've been on, they'll title it, insert your artist name here, radio station interview, freestyle from your, you know what I'm saying, from your shit or whatnot. Anyways, let me stop talking so we get in there. Let me go back. What were we talking about? And if we talking bigger, let me see. You said Wayne Buzz, you know what I'm saying, dead. It's still bigger than, you know, Nas, LOL. But respect to God, son or whatnot. So we talking bigger. But man, I don't want to call Drake the GOAT rapper and say Vanilla Ice was a GOAT of the 90s. Hold on. Three Stocks isn't dead yet, even though he plays flute now, man. Oh my gosh, man. Listen, so even with that, there's a reason why we still put him on our list. We know what he can do, right? Pull up any post where there's someone like analyzing very specific verses from him, even on just like features. How he writes is impeccable, right? And that's outside of songs like Hey Ya. Like that Hey Ya was the most like mainstream, you know, song, something a little bit different. It's a whole different genre in itself or whatnot, right? So I don't often count that in like the like why people put them on their top. But you know, just like Jay Electronica had a style that was, you know, loved, but for whatever reason he didn't really want to, you know, make a bunch of stuff because I guess the industry was just, you know, very discouraging. What do you say? Hip hop is the only genre where you can't what? Finish your sentence. And then what do you say? That's you said play mines. You gotta send it to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com. Get your record in the line up. What do you say? And Rebirth and Carter 6 are her horrendous and stuff. But like, look, listen, you guys gotta keep this same freaking energy, man. Keep the same. Do you see what's happening right freaking now? Like, we live in a time where you can have a whole reputation of being, you know, best rapper, top 5, top 10, whatever, right? And one album can suddenly change people's minds, and like it's like everybody's forgetting everything else that you did. I don't think that's fair. And it's only done in freaking hip hop. So like, why do we even want to find the need to like try to just destroy a reputation based off one album, a few songs, you know what I'm saying, different things, you know, like that or whatnot? We have to have the opportunity to, you know, come out, try to make things, experiment with you know, certain things here and there, and like, yes, give your critique, have that, you know, this album was better than this, you know, compare and contrast, do that. But to say that, you know, an artist is basically dead or whatnot because of one thing, nah, like you gotta let people get out of their slump and see what happens, you know, from there. Now, if every single beat that they have, if it suddenly goes to that, because I did start to see that a little bit with like DMX, right? There was a time where like I liked all of his beats, and then eventually I was like, that one's alright, that one's okay, you know, I think he could sound better on this one, and like it just started to you know, drop because he didn't have that same team of, you know, production that he was, you know, working with or whatnot. But I do feel like if DMX had not passed, I feel like he was gonna be on that trajectory to bringing us another classic or whatnot, right? The last record that he, at least from what I remember, the last record that he had recorded was the Bath Salts record that had Nas, Jay, freaking Jadakiss, and DMX, man. Like that shit right there, man. Like that was a record that I truly felt, if released right, it would have brought the full aspect of the culture back or whatnot. Because we missed those kind of records. We missed the big artists, kind of like, you know, 4, 3, 2, 1 and shit, man. Having Cannabis, DMX, freaking LL Cool J, you know, a Big Pun. You know what I'm saying? When we have those kind of situations, you got to understand, like, it shows you what this is about, what you have to compete with and aspire to, essentially. When we don't have a lot of that, and what people are only seeing is, you know, kind of the same old, what else can they aspire to but just the same old. So you have to have, you know, more like the clips actually coming back and doing something. Dr. Dre, stop playing around and bring us the damn detox. Dr. Dre has to bring us the detox. Like, it's not even funny anymore, right? Like, do your thing, right? You know what to do. Get in there, pull together, you know what I'm saying, the best artists, and just like stop the game for a minute, right? Because that's what a good album can do. It stops everybody in their tracks. We all listen to, you know, what it is, because every record just is a banger, and you do a tour right along with that. You just bring everything back to what it meant to really be a good artist, right? Even to where like producers can charge an arm and a leg for their beats, and it was worth it because you knew that, you know, just having the production from that producer, you know, meant you'd get that, you know, automatic cosign, you know, to a certain extent. I miss that. So, anyways, I think we should get back into the lineup. What did Tito say? He said, you said that, what up? What do you say? Because hip hop, you know what I'm saying, is a sport too. Yeah, and it has to continue to be or whatnot. He said, my other two DMX, RIP, DMX and Jadakiss, man. Well, RIP DMX, and then you said Jadakiss is your other favorite. You said, I think Wayne, you know what I'm saying, gonna overdose before he gets back, man. Listen, I do hope that doesn't happen. But here's what I want from Wayne. From Wayne, I guess he'll have to eventually make a Carter 7 that supersedes 6 for people. But from Wayne, I want to see him blend the new Wayne with the old Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like that bring back, you know, Hot Boys on the freaking record and shit like that, right? Do a record with Juvenile. Do a record with artists you kind of came up with in that era. Do a freaking record with like No Limit, Mystical, freaking, you know, Fiend, Silk the Shocker. Do things that people wouldn't expect, but also kind of like pays homage. Like, that's one thing that I know that he's good at, paying homage, you know, to the culture in many different ways. Once again, there's a certain generation of people who like only saw or heard certain things. I don't blame you, because I'm like that with certain artists as well. Like, if I don't feel like the majority of what they're releasing as singles and videos and different stuff like that, if those don't reach me, I'm gonna feel like the album may not and stuff like that. I may skim through a few and just not feel it, you know, as I should. But it depends on what the artist is doing, right? We always wanna come across stuff that we do want to share. Anyways, let me go ahead and get back into the lineup so I don't stay here
forever.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. J-Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right, Liquid, you sent Krista J featuring Christopher Duncanson with Come Over. 2 artists separately that he has sent to the show, but now together.
Yeah.
Baby, come over.
I'm on my way.
Tonight is you and me. Baby, come over.
My way.
It's only for us to see. Baby, come over.
My way.
Tonight is you.
We also live on YouTube and Twitch, as well as TikTok.
It's only for us to see. Baby, touch my body. I'ma ride you like a Harley. Nobody else invited. You got me so excited.
Appreciate that heart.
Tonight is going down. I'ma drop the pin right now. Like the way you put it down. We can go another round. So baby, come over.
I'm on my way.
Tonight is you and me. Baby, come over.
My way.
It's only for us to see. Baby, come over.
My way.
Tonight is you and me.
It's that Netflix and chill record right here.
My way.
It's only for us
To
see.
It's not so hard to make me look when you walking past. I know you get me shook when you get me there. Been looking at my phone all day, waiting for you to just say come over. Yeah, bend you over that sofa. Oh, you like that when I hit that right for you. When I switch it up and finish up on you. Got something special for you, ready round 2. You love how I'm licking, love it when I'm in it. Oh,
Come over.
I'm on my way.
Tonight is you and me. Baby, come over.
I'm on my way.
It's only for us to see.
1 to 10, any and all feedback is welcome.
I'm on my way.
Tonight is you and me. Baby, come over.
On my way.
It's only for us to see.
It don't really matter what you see and sit, thinking a lot of niggas have they could be legit. Thinking I don't even know what the hell I'm about to do, but I'ma open up the door with the key and shit, which is weird. Freaking like, why would I freaking do that? I don't even know what to do when I'm freaking coming like up to you. You telling me move back like what would do? Now let me stop. 1 to 10. Any and all feedback is welcome. Krista J featuring Christopher Duncanson. Come over, man. I'm gonna say it again, right? Like these two together on, you know, a track, it meshes like perfectly or whatnot. To the point where I do kind of want to hear an album with them, you know, pretty much together on each song. That kind of duet kind of situation. Some songs are just like, you know, we're good with just one, you know, and it's a feature and stuff like that. But then there are those times where like, nah, like it'd be dope to have a whole, you know, kind of project. That's something I had hoped to get back in the days when like Michael and Janet had did Scream, right? Was like, bro, why is this one freaking song? If y'all don't get like make a EP, make a freaking album, because that would have been sick at that time with the talent that both of them had. Man, like just think of how dope that would have been. And there weren't a lot of those, you know, kinds of, you know, collabs, you know, happening like as big as that. I mean, I guess you could also count when he did The Girl Is Mine back before that. The Girl Is Mine. Anyways, I like this. The harmonization was on point too, man. Chris is just on another level, man. When he gets in there, you know, it doesn't ever feel like there's too many vocals going on, right? You do hope that you'll, in a live performance, get like a backup singer kind of scenario or a choir or something to still help bring those to life. But on the record, you know, there are things done that, you know, just make it sound, you know, amazing or whatnot. The right effects to the right vocals. It's not like throwing everything on everything. Like I could tell certain things almost had a robotic effect or something like that. And again, that was dope. It allows, you know, these things to breathe in a different way. What was that? Hold on. We got a thing probably yourself. Yeah, thank you for the sub, T-Dog. Thank you. And what else on that? I didn't know the actual freaking time. What was it? 3 minutes and 24 seconds, man. So on my show, those who are here for the first time, right? A lot of you guys may be accustomed to a few different things, right? In this era, a lot of you guys are trying to make a bunch of songs, you know, very quick, more of a quantity over quality sort of thing. I don't think that is always the best way to go about it, because you tend to make all of those records, you know, short. I favor longer records just because it shows me the work ethic of the artist. If we are to treat this like a real job where we want people to pay us to do it, we have to show why we are worth it. And doing quick records that are short, that may not even make it on the radio because of how short it is, like, you guys got to think about all the different aspects. What if your record might be good enough to, you know, put on a soundtrack for a movie? What's gonna happen is, if it's only one verse to a chorus, usually in most aspects, they'll use exactly that amount of time for where they're gonna put it in the film or TV show or something like that, right? And so you still want to give them a little bit more or something like that. You want someone who's hearing a section of your record on the song in a movie that they really like, by the way, right? If they really like it, they're definitely gonna go download the soundtrack or something. But you want people that get a little bit more from the song than when they go into it. So however you guys want to do it, and making short versions plus extended versions of the songs, or just making sure you have those extended versions, and marketing like different sections on the platforms that you need to. Because I feel like so many people think in different ways. There are people who feel like, no, people have short attention spans, so I'm gonna make my shit shorter. Like, listen, that is not true. People just don't like boring. They don't like repetition. If you're doing the same thing throughout the entire record, think about it. If the whole record the entire time is one flow, one melody, and there's nothing that changes at any point, of course people aren't gonna want to hear that for like 3 minutes. But then that makes you have to be the one to change yourself and how you adapt to the record. You know, at least in the way that I've always saw it, it should always be, how many ways can I attack this beat, as opposed to finding one good way to attack it and then just rinsing and repeating the entire time. Like, that, it's not impressive. It becomes predictable. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, literally nobody in the chat right now wants to be labeled as predictable, you know, or repetitive. Those are words that you would definitely not want to, you know, hear or like to feel like you're promoting, even if you have records that are doing it. But if you know that's what they are now, you guys need to sort of go back in there and change it, switch it up, you know, show people that you can do something a little bit different. Sometimes take your time with the record, sit down and write something. Do not freestyle. It's not always the best thing to do, especially if we can tell you're doing it. If we can tell you're freestyling, then it's not it. Go and do it again, or freestyle as many times as you need to until it sounds like it's written. Because other than that, when those kind of situations happen, we dock points mentally. We meaning like you just said anything on that record. You could have came in with a dope concept and then like inspired us to want to do something just the same and whatnot. Anyways, what did you say? He said he's gonna release a retro album with one of my first rap groups recorded in 1998. Are you doing a new one, or are you saying you're re-releasing some of the old stuff? You know what I mean? Let me know what you're talking about. Elm Street gave that fire emojis, by the way. And what did official fortunate Claire, what's up, welcome back. And just saying what's up. What did you do over here on the TikTok? On the TikTok, thank you for the heart and the likes and stuff. Also, thank you for the follow over here on the YouTube and on Twitch. We appreciate you guys, of course, man. Like, look, we're on the road. We're on the road to that 10K, and then eventually, you know, 20, 50, 100K. Like, as we just slowly grow over time and whatnot. I'm not that person that is going to pay for follows, likes, comments. I want everything to always be real. So it's gonna take some freaking time and whatnot, but I appreciate you guys for tapping into the community. You know, I only ask, try your best to interact with the content or whatnot, right? I want people to know about you guys a lot more when I'm posting things, as you know, the shorts, the reels, the TikToks, the IG posts, you know what I'm saying, everything like that or whatnot. So just get in there and give y'all full thoughts about, you know, songs and whatnot, right? If I start seeing enough people that do interact with things, if I can get to like, you know, at least, you know, 20 to 50, man, I will probably do like drawings to get you guys, you know, free skips, different things like that. I may do things for like the funniest comment, the most insightful, stuff like that or whatnot, right? So get in there. I'm just saying, man. Listen, where my button to the platform? Here we go. Here we go. Get that in there and do the scuffle of duffel.
It means you're safer sitting here. Okay.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie.
Commercials! They'll corrupt your mind! Bad commercials! Bad commercials!
So never release.
Are you completely out of your mind?
There's too much violence on
Autobots, share the stream.
Everybody want to eat some beans, brains and greens without the bacon. Cheese.
Let me stop. What is this? Did somebody send an Insta skip? What the freak? What the freak? Was that one that you gotta let me know when you're plopping one of those, so I know how. I think you must have just done it. What did you? I'm trying to figure out what kind it is though. You didn't let me know what kind, man. Was it one that you won? Is it a paid one? Cause I don't see a paid skip in the thing, unless I'm missing it from here or whatnot. Hold on, let me jump over Jump old pop to the fire like when I'm flipping it, speaking like I don't know if I'm vibing. Let me look in the, because it could have been a super chat too. Always remember, when you are sending a skip, you gotta put the hashtag of the type of skip that you're also using. So if it's one that you won on the wheel, you gotta make sure that you're also saying that, you know, because you just put instant skip Yoda beat. That's it. You know what I mean? That doesn't tell me whether it's pay or free. And so put hashtag free skip and then hashtag instant skip.
Sorry, did you say you were bumping Atari? That's a game system, hey listen, are we gonna play all these games at the party? While the people are drinking Bacardi. See the look on my face, I'm retarded. Man, I'm dumb and will say shit regardless. What you think I will pee on your garden? I'm a dork and I hope you ain't fucking offended. Man, I've been a rapper since I was pretending that I was a rapper, but I was just kidding. But actually, after that, man, I was spitting shit really. This isn't nonsense if it isn't silly. Man, what the dilly with chili from TLC, man, I'll clean my whole ass with a seashell. Debo don't punch her, you know that's a female.
Okay, he's in the beat and shit. Okay, he's in the beat and shit. You send the beat and shit. Yeah. Okay, you send the. Let me see where this is gonna go. This is interesting. Yeah, hey. My mama always told me never to talk to strangers, and so I ran outside and tried to talk to Topanga. She randomly just ran up, told me that I don't even know what I'ma do, but that I like some fools you could strangle if they are gonna go back in this. There's a lot of times when I'ma rap this shit, but I don't even know if I need to do a magic trick without the magic stick. Every line I freaking wanna tell y'all that I don't even know what the hell I'ma do, but it's tragic. But freaking you don't even know if there's a lot of time where people will try to drag you up to the sky. People like you are high, you could vibe. You don't know if you could slide on the beat, but you could try. When I go back, I could get on this, I would flow act. People think that I'm always on freaking something like Ritalin or Prozac or weed. People know that I'ma see all the freaking things that I know. I am the artist, I know I am the hardest guy that they tell you that I'ma do this shit regardless. Know you win it on the wheel. A lot of people wanna like rap, but they ain't got the skill. They're gonna go like try to ask questions, freaking to people like freaking Dr. Phil. They receive a doctor bill and can't even pay it though. And people always hiding out from the cops and they laying low. Matter of fact, have you said so? Nah. Ain't no way to get it. People know that I ain't even know I'm gonna be the dude that ain't even playing with you. People know that I can be able to say that I don't even think I ain't terrific. People know that I went up in your house at nighttime and then I ate a biscuit. What the hell was that? I switched it flows. A lot of bigger people wanna say that I wanna do the same thing, but no, I switched it, bro. I think that I could get this and I spit this flow, and people know I get up on your freaking track, terrific flows, and this was so freaking cold, man. I know that it was so freaking Defoe, freaking you know that Debo can't be in the next Friday movie, cause rest in freaking peace. And a lot of y'all just need to like arrest this freaking beat, cause like what is even happening? Know that I'm a rap again, and this is one of those beats you should go to an African. Alright, kind of very different. Alright, so there's part of me that does feel like, you know, I like elements of it. It did start to hit some weird places at certain points, like certain sounds that would start to come in. You just gotta like find your bearings essentially in there as an artist. But I also felt like there are other tones that bass line could be doing or whatnot. Like, you know what I'm saying? The boom, boom, boom. Like it just kind of stayed within there. But I can hear tonally like where in certain places, you know, it could, you know, do a few different tones and actually, you know, bring some presence to this actual record or whatnot. How long is it so far? 2 minutes and 36 seconds. All right, listen, 2 minutes and 36 seconds. What I always want to tell you is still, even though
Sometimes it's just a demonstration. And then other times you guys think the artists want shorter beats. But factor in that there are artists, especially like me, that I will go in and make the full song. I'm a 3-verse kind of person, or like, let me get some features to fill it out, you know, as long as they have, you know, that energy that, you know, makes it, you know, proper to still go through there. There are other rappers that I would have in mind if I were to, you know, go in there and, you know, be something that you can have a little bit of fun with. When you provide them with only a minimal amount of time though, some people won't even go in and do a chorus because they think there's not enough time. You know, they're looking at it like, all right, I got this section where the intro is gonna be for a second, and then like I may start, you know, the verse like right after, you know, 8 bars or freaking so whatnot. Like sometimes they even take longer than that to come in. And so you don't want to leave any artist with an excuse, right? Provide at least 3 minutes of beat. It also gives you more chances to, like with each verse, if you have a verse in the chorus section and stuff like that in there, it gives you chances to switch elements here and there. Hold on. It gives you elements to switch elements here and there to really fill out the beat, but then inspire you know, just what any artist can do. Again, I don't want to ever be like, oh, where there was only this much. I never can do that because, again, I engineer and I produce as well. So even if the producer didn't add it, I would have been like, all right, let me extend this and then add some more elements on top of it. Just give it that extra flair. But most artists aren't. They're very basic. They are very minimal. They will, like, literally, if something says that they don't have to do a full version of a song, they will take that opportunity. But when did it ever become work to make a good song, man? That's what I don't get. It's not. It shouldn't be work. It should be fun to try to come up with the best verses and beats and everything that you can. You know, all you ever have to do is just love it. Hold on real quick. All right, let me, you said I shortened it for the show and some of that. Nah, listen, man, don't be trying to make no, listen, I will just shorten it if that's the case, right? When it gets to a point where it feels like, too much, it's just doing the same thing over and over, and then, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I want to see what you would do with that extended time. You know what I'm saying? What do you do with a 3rd verse section? Do you even change it, you know, throughout certain things? You know, because I think any artist would truly appreciate it when they're able to, oh, you know what, here's a section that changes, I can do a bridge right here. You just have to know what to do within those. Imagine, right, because you are an artist, you know what I'm saying, yourself or whatnot, but imagine other artists on the beat going into different sections. Imagine that there are artists who do want to make that song, and like further freaking more, if we don't provide enough of the beat and obvious sections where like a chorus would be, for example, like we're definitely not getting on the radio. Like, it's that simple. If there's no chorus because of that situation, those records don't even get, you know, considered for that. They barely would be considered for you know, even the sync license, you know, kind of things. Like, we'd be lucky if that happens. But again, more is always gonna be good. He said, I'd like to hear your remix and add-ons to that beat I just sent you and start that. Well, there's an option right there. We'll see what's up. All right, I'll have to drop that in my thing real quick. Hold on, let me drop it in my Telegram so I can come back later. Let me put add to this beat. Add elements. There's probably, I mean, the baseline is what it is, so I can't add or change, you know what I'm saying, what you have there, but that would be something that I would probably, oh, you know what if you did this and this right here? All right, let me get back into the free line again.
Please send your records to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
Girl, why y'all trying to kill people, man? You know, they ain't do nothing to you. They ain't do nothing to you, man. All right, big figure salute. Shout out to everybody in the building, holding it down, doing the damn thing, eating a bean and cheese sandwich 100% every day, all day. I feel like I haven't said that in a while. CGX.
I don't speak Portuguese. I can speak English. Dale mamá con tu tanga.
What the fuck? What the heck? What the heck? What the? Okay, I'm liking it. I'm about to hit you with a kite and shit. Matter of fact, you know what? I can rap all day or all night and shit. I can either freestyle on your track or I'll be writing shit. It's a lot of time where like people look at the sky, but it's freaking all freaking dark because you don't even see the lightning. But you know what? I will like go in the sky and just show my face and my teeth so I can light it up. And I am tough. They gon' rap real fast though. There's a lot of big time when I don't know what the hell I'm about to do, but I'm gonna put you in the trash, bro. There's a lot of big.
Man, I'm drinking Arizona tea, not giving a fuck.
This is why I love like dubstep, man. Hey, okay. No way. Okay. I like the switches. Matter of fact, you know what? I would probably like to pick this if I need to go, and I don't know what the heck that I've been through. Oh my gosh. Bro. Yeah. This is tickling my brain like, listen, dog, I'm about to say that I can rip right through a train. I have superpowers, and like if you are stinking because the way that you be rapping and shit, then you could shower. And you could probably tell people that need to freaking go back. I don't even know what the hell to do, but I don't know what to say after that. This was Takada CGX remix. CGX, man. Like if you came up with all those things yourself. What is even happening now? You just inspired me to create a playlist for dubstep all of a sudden. Back. Hold on real quick before I both review and go in here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I appreciate what you done did there, right? I mean, these primarily aren't usually even for artists to really hop on, right? The thing about like dubstep, some EDM, some drum and bass, you know, it's often about the producer, right? The one who's making the beats and what they're sort of, you know, going after in terms of, you know, a remix. And, you know, the things that you're really able to come up with, man, this is not a genre that I have really tried to hop on or in within yet, because again, you listen to something like that and then mentally you go, if I can't recreate, you know, something at least good enough for that or any other dubstep record we've heard for that matter, you know, like I know practice makes perfect and whatnot, but you know, we have to really get in there and you know, really let that feeling cut through. Just something happens. I think outside of the nose bleeding from the Key and Peele, you know, skit, like the skit is kind of accurate in that way where it just kind of, it does something to your brain, and it just transforms you into some while it's happening. You just feel even doper. And then also as a rapper, man, it is something that would be fun to rap to, get some real words in there. The problem is, right, the beat is, with a piece of production where the beat is the show, right? You know, like you have to figure out that balance so you don't get lost in the sauce, because the beat's gonna do what it does. People are already gonna be in that, so you have to basically fight for exactly that much attention without making it feel like there's just too much going on, right? And your voice has to, you know, match up with it or whatnot, right? I'd love to test out and see what that would be, but man, good job. You should do these kind of mixes also for other artists as well. You know, do a little bit of a challenge where people can send you their vocals, and, you know, whatever you feel like might be the best, I don't know, 3 you sort of like put on your next project or something like that. I don't know. What do you say? Need feedback? Yeah, send it to my email, ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. If you already did, you should be in that lineup. It's free, and we have a skip line or whatnot. But if you're in that free line, there is a little bit of wait time or whatnot, right? We are on several platforms at once, so do be patient. I'm about to send you something, so like that. That's what's up. So waiting on that. Tito was like, okay. Yeah, we accept all music. What do you say? Let me jump back in one more time. 1 time. 2 time. We're gonna jump back in the free line right now. Joseph, thank you for the option of the YouTube or the Spotify. I don't think I have my Spotify open right now, so I'm just gonna throw the YouTube in. I can still put the Spotify link in the chat though for the people if they want it. This one is by Milo with Calm My Head.
Imagine bringing your son.
As soon as it decides to pop up after this ad. How's everybody doing tonight, by the way? Where are you guys watching from? Where is my community from?
Glad it was you who fell asleep.
I don't think that's where my mind thought.
Watch for you, for me. Later at night, I feel to speak. So I open up to you, and you do the same to me. Sadly, the only way to calm my head is so negative. Feels like
thank you for the light.
Sadly, the only way to calm my head is so negative. Really, I'm trying. Is there more that I haven't seen? All the places I've been. Said it myself, I wouldn't like it here. But now I know I fit right in.
Once again, this is Milo with Calm My Head.
Sadly, the only way to calm my head is so negative. Calm my head. Sadly, the only way to calm my head is so negative. Feels like I'm falling.
about Milo? 2 minutes and 40 seconds, nothing too crazy. A little bit of what I feel like is maybe in between, like alt and soft rock, depending on what you guys listen to. But it feels like something that could potentially be out there. There's an aspect that does slightly feel like, okay, the difference is the song that you sing to yourself when you're alone versus the one you sing to the people, right? Like, I feel like if you're performing this, you don't even have that type of energy that you have on this record, and so you're a little bit more confident potentially when you're singing it, man. And that's the version that I do want on the record, right? This version of you doesn't necessarily seem as confident in terms of, again, eyes up and really feeling the record or whatnot. But maybe that's the point, right? Some artists are trying to go into a look at the world like this, and the world is shit, so why should I pay it any mind or whatnot. And so you want to get into I mean, it's called Calm My Head, man, you know what I'm saying? So is it something that will calm your heads? Let us know in the chat. 1 to 10 in our feedback is welcome. Trino, you are up next. Let's see if you can continue your legacy as we're trying to go. Again, I don't know when you send something new or old in, but the ones that you have been on the right trajectory, I'm trying to help you pretty much get and stay up there. So do what you can. Do what you can. This one's called Flow Dollars. Give me a chance to cut this off.
No shit make you feel some type of way. The way I rap, the vibe make you fly away. Real smooth got you thinking of me today. You go hard and I put that on any day. Flow hard and this what I choose today. Go to Mars and my flow gonna spit away. Does some shit make you feel some type of way. The way I rap, the vibe make you fly away. Real smooth got you thinking of me today. You go hard and I put that on any day. Flow hard and this what I choose today. Go to Mars and my flow gonna spin away. Does some shit make you feel some type of way. The way I rap, the vibe make you fly away. Real smooth got you thinking of me today. You go hard and I put that on in a day. Flow hard, and this what I choose today. Go to Mars and my flow gonna spin away. I got the flow, it look like I figured it out. All I do is sit in the house. I do my schoolwork, then enjoy free time. I go clean up, I should've rewinded. I'm too tired, my head feel heavy. Listen to my songs, we do it right nasty. Yes, I love bitches, I can't be a sip, but I don't want to be like that, that's where the shit. You hearing me now, you get my shit. I'm lit as shit, fire as shit. When I'm
don't say shit
like a pig. I feel so hard like the best of mistakes. Some of y'all talking is free, so my day. I should get a stand for a meaning, cause I know I'm in. I'm changing my flow, something you would not think I would do. I spit on the beat, her girl, I'm speaking to her. Alright, I'm playing around, alright. I'm fucking around, you high. I go Super Saiyan, I'm fly. I'm spitting these bars tonight. I got the drip, that's right, don't some shit make you feel some type of way. The way I rap, the vibe make you fly away. Real smooth, got you thinking of me today. You go hard and I put that on any day. Flow hard, and this what I choose today. Go to Mars and my flow gonna spin away. Don't some shit make you feel some type of way. The way I rap, the vibe make you fly away. Real smooth, got you thinking of me today. You go hard and I put that on any day. Flow hard, and this what I choose today. Go to Mars and my flow gonna spin away. Don't some shit make you feel
he has a
some
chorus,
type of
at
way. The way I
least.
rap, the vibe make you fly away. Real smooth, got you thinking of me today. You go hard and I put that on any day. Flow hard, and this what I choose today. Go to Mars and my flow gonna spin away.
Get away, There's a lot of time when I wanna eat a dinner plate, but I don't even know what the hell I'ma freaking do. But you know what, man, this nigga great. Me though, freaking there's a lot of time where I am sitting here and I am chewing on the burrito. I'm just kidding, but I'm not. There's a lot of freaking time when you freaking see me all up in the corner and you think that it's hot because it is, and I freaking have a. Let me just stop. Listen, man. Listen, I wanted to hear this a little bit.
I think that I'm the only dork here who's laid in a brain. I gotta ask my freaking doctor what it takes to be strange. I will hit you fucking rappers in the face with a cane while you on a fucking train watching snakes on a plane. I don't know what the hell happened.
Where's the gunship?
So the thing is, right? So as I was saying a little bit earlier, when it comes to Trino, you know, what we've been talking about lately in regards to him is like, you know, he has still made a lot of like works in progress, you know, type of records, right? One of the main pieces of critique that we would always have about his earlier records was that the energy was very, very minimal. It would always sound like he was practicing to himself. Like, you know how we just got out of a song, you know, that was somewhat like that. It was still good. It had, you know, melodies. It had a good performance or whatnot. But sometimes artists will sound like they're still like they're reading it to themselves and not intending on recording it, right? It feels like that version of the song. The other thing is, if you don't have that personality, the energy, like you almost had it in the last record that you had sent to the show, right? So I said that's the one we have to judge every other record you do, you know, by, right? If you can get up to that energy, that confidence, and pretty much continue forth as many times, you know, as possible, have that kind of consistency. And then, like, you know, if you're talking about switching a flow and a verse, you kind of need to actually switch the flow and then like and do what you're saying, otherwise it's false advertisement. And then there's the aspect of if you say the same word, like, you know, in most cases more than once, people would be on your head, right? Because it's like you rhymed rhyme with rhyme, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes, you know, figuring out what words you can say that still make sense to the context that you want to say, but also figuring out what other people might have said too. You want to really bring things to the table that at times can feel, you know, original, that you know, sort of start putting you up there or whatnot, right? If people are trying to put anybody as a part of any pedestal or Mount Rushmore, you know, it's not just gonna be, you know, oh, these were the hottest albums that, you know, made the most money. Like it still has to be like good songs within the shit. How good of an art? What is their longevity, their skill level, their performance level, you know? And I know that essentially you had just, you know, been starting off, so I'm not gonna cut you too much. Well, does it, if I say I'm not gonna cut him too much slack, does that, I think I'm saying it wrong or whatnot. I'm not going to be too hard on you, but I do always want to let you know the truth when I hear something, and when I do think that things can be much, much, much better, because you have to want that to happen for yourself as well. If you just basically, if no one tells you that something can be better, you just end up doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? And you never change that. If no one ever tells you you need to get a new mic or go to a studio, you know, you just continue recording on the phone or whatever it might be. You have to start knowing like what things can bring out your vocals, the song that you have, make it feel and sound a lot better or whatnot. So there is but we just need to get you there or whatnot. Almost. Keep trying. We'll see what's up. Again, don't try to get out of the sounding like you're reading. Have fun. Always have fun. Have confidence in yourself or whatnot. Try to, I mean, not every artist can get in there and like memorize stuff, but like, how else are you guys gonna perform stuff, right? You have to memorize your songs at some point. Why not before you actually hit that record button? All right, let's jump back into the line up and see what we got next. He said, what rhymes with she? With she? With shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit, like shit. Are you trying not to say it, or like what is happening there? Shit, hit, spit, grit, commit. Well, actually, no, that's a 2-syllable. If you have to stay, you know what I'm saying, within it. again, it depends on where you want to go, right? Because there's 2-syllable words where the end of the 2-syllable word could have that, you know, the hit or whatnot. But just making sure that it goes down there. He said he's committing suicide while recording, man. Listen. All right, so we have another Spotify. I have no choice but to actually load my Spotify up now. Georgian Peach, Summer Day in Japan. That seems like a fun song. Let me see. As soon as I can load it up. A lot of freaking people don't even know. Make sure y'all hit that like button, tagging artists, subscribe. Let them know we are playing their music today. What the freak is... Okay. So now that I got that up, man, I still have to do some reactions to Samus, man. I should have done that years ago. No, are you serious, man? No. I guess I gotta look. Oh, wait. Is it gonna do it or not? Either that or I gotta look for it myself. Hold on. Let me see if this Summer Day in Japan. A summer day in Japan. Everybody doobity-da. Found it. All right. The only thing we don't accept is Tidal and Apple Music. Other than that, send to your heart's content the files you possess.
Chasing sounds my whole life. Those that we once had.
Oh, you in the last
on
band.
On summer day in Japan. On the day that we first met. When every moment felt like staring up. And every feeling was.
How was it that you and
when every dream felt like waking up. I was moving, but there was no rush. I wanna feel that drop to the moon is up.
Hold on.
Wanna feel that heat till I'm holding up. Wanna breathe that smell of passion.
I feel like we had already played
like I'm strong love. Now I'm standing in this feeling on a different side of the door. And everything that is left now.
You and that other band could tour together. Honestly, y'all sound
in our bed and doing nothing else.
Y'all sound alike.
Chasing sounds my whole life. Those that we once had. On a summer day in Japan. On the day that we first met. When every moment felt like staring up. And every feeling was not enough. When every dream felt like waking up. The clock was moving but there was no rush. I wanna feel that drop till the moon is up. Wanna feel that heat till I'm holding up. Wanna breathe that smell of passion. The deepest pain in life comes from love.
Put it back in the throw, freaking out. I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do, but you know what I'm gonna do with that in the throw back in the throw back in the. That's freaking crazy. Hold on. It's crazy because y'all sound like you can tell there's a difference there, but you guys are almost in the same lane. You know what I mean? Like y'all could basically, you know, as I said, kind of tour together, have have something cohesive when it comes to performances. There was like that same kind of thing though, man. There's an element of like still a little bit more can happen, but if you're going for that very chill, slightly depressing, just a little bit of a vibe, you know, that melancholy moment that the main character of, like, okay, Paul Rudd movie, right? And him basically driving home at night, contemplating, you know, the girl he should have been with, but something happened, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Like, you know it would be in a Paul Rudd movie type shit. So, put that in a Paul Rudd movie and then come back to us when it's done. Flip Rothstein.
Whoa now. What's up, baby?
Who the fuck got some scale around here?
I don't know, boy. They say little nigga around the corner got some. They say he's selling some motherfucking cane sugar and some other shit. But I got a little something from a little man down the street, right? Yeah, they say it's a beast. Yeah. I'm gonna let you know right now. It's a beast, niggas. It's a motherfucking G-Dot, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Whether that's surfing a wave or taking in an inspiring view, the ocean feeds us.
I was like, what the heck?
Practices bring the
the
ocean's bounty to our plates.
What kind of freaking Spotify? That was gonna be a Jet 2 holiday. This is Flip Rothstein. Seriously? What happened? Oh, I muted it. Oops.
I was riding through the city trying to find me a plug. I got that sales, I got the money, all I need is the drugs. I don't fuck with middlemen, cause most of them niggas are bluff. You only get to meet the plug when you be spending enough. Cause I was riding through the city trying to find me a plug. Put me in the right direction and I'm buying it up. They say the prices, they get lower if you're buying enough. Cause I was riding through the city trying to find me a plug.
I'm a dealer with no plug, baby, I'm fucked up. My phone dry and the competition won't let up. I step up and I wet up. The next up, I'm the best up. And I take shots at vest up. Believe in me, baby. Know I'm good with the recipe, baby. No texting me, baby, but you can get the text for free, baby. I'm all in my zone. Serve me now, get all of my chrome. All in your down, the lost nigga need in the zone.
Cause I was riding through the city trying to find me a plug. I got the sales, I got the money.
It didn't feel like it was enough, Trino. Like the type of switch needed while you were saying that thing.
When you be spending enough. Cause I was riding through the city trying to find me a plug. Put me in the right direction and I'm buying it up. They say the prices, they get lower if you're buying enough. Cause I was riding through the city trying to find me a plug. The streets is dry, ain't gotta ask no questions. I already know why election time. Season drugs at posts, of course, increase the crime. Got me upset. Since I buy in bulk, I don't deal with connects, they indirect. I got clientele, I need my source direct. Now do the math. Every day without the work, I'm losing cash, but it don't last. You either holding what you gotta, trying to tax some miles ahead. Prices fluctuate, so I stack the bread. No, I ain't scared. Married to these streets like a newlywed. Cause in my head, I hear Jeezy yelling, trapping ain't dead. These niggas scared. Pistol by the bed with the infrared and thoroughbred. I think they be scared. They think I'ma rob them. If I got money, what's the problem? Cause I was riding through the city trying to find me a plug. I got the sales, I got the money, all I need is the drugs. I don't fuck with middlemen, cause most of them niggas are bluff. You only get to meet the plug when you be spending enough. Cause I was riding through the city trying to find me a plug. Put me in the right direction and I'm buying it up. They say the prices, they get lower if you're buying enough. Cause I was riding through the city trying to find me a plug. Trying to find me a plug. Trying to find me a plug.
Exactly.
Trying to find me, I was riding through.
Yeah, it was good, man. Right. I was talking to CGX, but yeah, this Alright, so first and foremost, man, 4 minutes and 53 seconds, which we always love. We always love when you guys can get in there and just take your time, you know what I'm saying, with okay? Thank you. Okay? I think there's a consistency with you know, his production as well. Like, you know, most records that I hear, you know, have the production from you know, that same, you know, producer, which he gets in there, and there's a very specific vibe, you know, with each of them. Sometimes there are minimal things that do, you know, happen. There's not, oh, let me add some electric guitar or violins, different things like that. Like, that's where the upgrade will happen. If you eventually get into, you know what, let me also add a section with live drums, man. Like, just, I'm telling you, something like that, especially for the live performance, like, would kill. You get in there and do your thing with the chorus, just very chill, nothing too crazy there. And both of y'all did y'all thing on the verses. Also, nice video, very professional as well. So keep that up for show. And would you say what I need to grow my fan base first, man? Hey, man, I'm saying, just, you know, post. Okay, so for all artists and producers, right? Whatever you do, people need to see you at all facets, right? So if you rap, if you produce, let people see those bits of footage of you really compiling your songs and beats, and, you know, just bring them into that, you know, that process or whatnot, right? It allows, like, just think about how you might have felt from your favorite artist and or producer, right? We get inspired, you know, to go to the studios in that same way, when we just see the environment and you know, the different things that you're really able to do. And then when it comes to you getting like footage visually, often the studios, like, that pays for itself, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to go in there and kind of record, take pictures. People need to see, you know, just how much you love and are into whatever it is, right? Otherwise, they don't really believe that you are doing, you know, some, if not half of the shit or whatnot. Especially in the, like, I keep trying to warn people right now, like, the need to prove that we are who we are is going to basically become a norm, right? Where you will literally, if we have AI now, right? So we literally have to show people, yes, that's me. I'm actually rapping on the thing. I can rap my verses. I can get in there and sing my songs. Is not, you know, AI and you know, saying these ways, like, and when they see that, like, I think the more that they'll also get inspired to, you know, go and do that same thing or whatnot, right? It's two different ball games. When you're writing everything yourself, when you're also getting in there with the production, you know, it's a job, but a fun one if, you know, you're doing all the right things, essentially. You know what I'm saying? When you come up with that dope melody, when you add the right drums and you have the right sequences, you sort of like switch things up at those right, you know, times. As an artist, when you know how to hit those pockets, right? You reach that point eventually where you know exactly what to do, you know what lines are that people are gonna go crazy for or whatnot, and then you know when it's just gonna be a kind of something that's in the background, just people chilling. People aren't necessarily trying to, you know, like, it's not the song people are gonna say you're the best artist, you know, or something like that from. Whatever the case, you know, to build a fan base is just to really show people you at your job, you know, and continue to be consistent with those posts. Do the TikToks, the IGs, you know, the posts that people can collab with if they wanted to, like, add, you know, that, like, if I was on the song, this is what I would do type shit. You know, those things will allow you to resonate. So it makes them a person, you know what I'm saying, instead of a random assembly of letters, man. So it also gives CGX a oh, hell yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Gives you a face. right? And see, and that's another thing. You have to decide, right? Because everyone is like, maybe they love to make music, but they're subconscious about, you know, them. They may not think they have a, you know, decent personality or don't like talking a lot, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case, right? You do have to think about branding if you're going to be in this business. And there are ways around stuff, right? Deadmau5 would wear the millions of different Deadmau5, you know, sort of like helmets and shit, you know what I'm saying? That were all dope, by the way. I would see people at Comic-Con who would, like, you know, either make their own or get, you know, some, you know, from people who have made theirs. And it was all based off of, you know, ones that he had. He had one that looked like, you know, Pac-Man and you know, just like different things, right? So he had that. There's Marshmallow with the marshmallow sort of like head. Skrillex is just Skrillex, you know, and has his, you know, his face behind everything, so you know what he looks like. I feel like if you want people to recognize you, you sort of like make sure that you kind of show, you know, your face and whatnot. At first, I was also a little anti-social to a certain extent or whatnot. I almost wanted to like wear, you know, the sort of like bait masks, you know, for a bit, and then I realized, like, but then people literally won't know what you look like when you go out there, or they'll mistake other people for you and stuff like that. So while I was in that phase, I had to make sure that like I used the sort of like, you know, Bitmoji sort of like thing right there, or my intro.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
So I had made sure that I had at least had my face somewhere, and while I was, you know what I'm saying, going through that, and then eventually like the audience that embraced me completely, and you know, I pretty much just fully engulfed myself into the show. So send a PayPal, let me chickity check, putting it down for my let me see what's up.
Let me see what's up.
Why is it not? Maybe I gotta take it off of the thing. Oh, there it goes. All right, Lil Novak, gotcha, muchacha.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I love gold. I got a big stick of gold where my thing used to be, just because.
Alright now. Alright. This is the one song skit. When you hear that, when you see that what it is. When you freaking hear that, freaking, and when you see that, freaking, and I don't even know what the hell did I mean. That's okay. Hold on, let me go over here, and Lil Novak with Sorry I Changed.
Sorry, I changed. Oh no.
What do you mean? Let me see. Sorry I changed the movie. Shout out to Lil Novak. Little vegan Novak. How old were you when you had started coming to our streams again? Like when you had been around the world?
Sorry I changed. This for the people who get to show they greatness. Sorry I changed. This for my people who lost their friend to Satan. Sorry I changed. This for the mamas who don't got enough for pay. Sorry I changed. This for the ones who people told you want. Sorry I changed. This for the people who get to show they greatness. Sorry I changed. This for my people who lost their friend to Satan. Sorry I changed. This for the mamas who don't got got enough for pay. Sorry I changed. This for the ones who people told you won't make it. I was out here by myself, I had to listen to my father. Influenced by the ones who don't got my best interest, that's my problem. And about these bros I'm falling for, man, I just be wildin'. 2 weeks ago, received bad news, my brother and a doctor. My life got crazy drama, I'm trying to find a way to solve it. You leave my life, can't come back in, that plane already departed. These people say I couldn't do it, I'm such a bad artist. They look me in my eyes, they see the flame, now I'm the hottest. She like the way I rock on stage, she like that drip I wear. She say I take care of my people, she want that type of care. They see I'm walking around with these jeans on and make them stare. You get too close, you might get blind, what is that type of glare? Nobody there, nobody watch, so you just independent. Lost all my friends, some in the great majority in prison. I overthink all of my problems, I just can't forget them. And what's the point of living life if you ain't really living? Nobody there, nobody watch, so you just independent. Lost all my friends, some in the great majority in prison. I overthink all of my problems, I just can't forget them. And what's the point of living life if you ain't really living?
If you ain't really living.
And what's the point of living life if you ain't really living?
You gotta hear that one in a minute.
Sorry I changed. This for the people who get to show they greatness. Sorry I changed. This for my people who lost their friend and say. Sorry I changed. This for the mamas who don't got enough for pay. Sorry I changed. This for the ones who people told you won't. Sorry I changed. This for the people who get to show they greatness. Sorry I changed. This for my people who lost their friend and say. Sorry I changed. This for the mamas who don't got enough for pay. Sorry I changed. This for the ones who people told you won't make it. Don't label no one friend until you see who really real. People say I'm moving funny, why should I give fuck how you feel? With no support, just me, so now you see why I be weird. I still put a smile on my face and thank the Lord I'm here. When me said the devil on the way, I hear him creeping down. I would not give him no attention, he got different round. He asked was he too late, I told him yeah, my time is now. He came when shit get good, my talent great, he had a bounce. I've been caring for too long, I think that I deserve my stripes. And no, I don't do love, so baby you can't spend a night. Majority of the time I'm writing songs and talking to the mic. I told my mama no more stressing, we gon' be alright. The radio just play my song, I know my brother fucking hype. And yeah, you hurt my heart, so I'm just carrying on with my life. And yeah, you hurt my heart, so I'm just carrying on with my life. And yeah, you hurt my heart, so I'm just carrying on with my life.
There's another time where you figure when I go in the street.
Sorry I changed. This for the people who get to show they greatness. Sorry I changed. This for my people who lost their friend and say. Sorry I changed. This for the mamas who don't got enough for pay. Sorry I changed. This for the ones who people told you won't. Sorry I changed. This for the people who get to show they greatness. Sorry I changed. This for my people who lost their friend and say. Sorry I changed. This for the mamas who don't got enough for pay. Sorry I changed. This for the ones who people told you won't. Sorry I changed.
The only thing is like you gotta figure out how you're gonna get all that singing right. Freaking, you know that there's a lot of. All right. So big freaking salute. Always good to hear more songs from you, right? He's very consistent with the type of records that he, you know, makes. Very decent, you know, some records within that more trap centric, melodic, you know, vibe. But you know, the dope thing is, again, as he said, he came to us at about, you know, 12, 13, and you know, really was still, you know, creative and confident, you know, at his young age. You know, back then you can hear that the growth in, you know, some of the content, you know, now, and just I feel like it's a nice, you know, trajectory. There may be some repetition in certain areas. You always want to make sure you think about like different melodies throughout every single time, almost every line, figure out where you can go, or every like 4 to 8 bars or whatnot, right? That does take people on, you know, different journeys or whatnot. Always look at your lyrics, the lyrics, wordplay, and melodies as if you're on a roller coaster, right? When you first start, it's you know, well, the beat starts and then the roller coaster is going up, right? The roller coaster is starting to go up, it's doing that thing, and then as soon as the song essentially starts, it's, you know, steadying in, it hits that first drop, and it's going from there. Now what happens after that first drop is always up to the artist. Is it going to
just go straight after it gets to the bottom, and then that's it? It's just gonna hit the end eventually, but it just goes straight and there's nothing else? Or does it do twists, turns, goes in the loop, you know, has a part where you know, maybe you're hanging from your seats or whatnot? Any of those things, you know, it makes the roller coaster that much more fun. And the more of those things that are, you know, on a specific roller coaster, the longer people are willing to wait for it or whatnot, right? I'm giving an analogy about roller coasters, but it still pertains to, you know, music as well, in that, you know, the more changes that we do have within there, it makes the whole record that much better, especially when we have the melodies, because they associate every word with that. The other thing that I wanted to ask you if you would be willing to, with any of your songs for that matter, but like when I was listening to this one, I was like, man, you know, I always end up wanting to hear that live performance with, you know, the artist kind of doing their song, but maybe a little bit slower with an acoustic guitar or a pianist, right? Like those situations solidify you guys more as an actual artist than if you're just going out there with the instrumental and, you know, the record and stuff like that, right? But like, we would love to see or hear a record like this perform, you know what I'm saying? No crazy, you know, auto-tune or anything like that, just you and your vocals being able to, you know, go in there, slightly slow it down and sing it, you know, in that sort of like that way that I know you feel it, right? You hear it on this, there's a certain energy with it that's cool as well. The people that who are your fans, like, they're gonna you know, most likely want to hear that version at some point, you know what I'm saying? But you could have a part where it sort of starts to slow down a little bit, you have a real pianist sort of like suddenly come out or something, and then, you know, you sing it like a ballad a little bit. You know, those are the moments that will make people feel like they need to get to your next show. Like, who is this? Oh crap. And or if you're even able to play it, like those, trust me, the time will always be very well spent and worth it, because people don't expect artists like us to be able to do that. You know, they barely expect us to really be able to rap and to sing and to really be able to get in there and do stuff. So if we can learn to play an instrument and then, you know, kind of just like in that live facet, you know, kind of perform our song, because you have zillions that you could pull from. You could still have been around the world. Like, I almost want to see what you would sound like today, you know what I'm saying, going in there and sort of, you know, updating that song, you know what I'm saying? But I had asked you as well, I asked him if he still likes and goes back to his older songs, you know, being that like his voice is, you know, different. Like, you got to really hear him go through that puberty, so to speak, and he has a much more mature voice. And what he talks about, you know what I'm saying, is, you know, that much better or whatnot. But I wondered if, because of that drastic change, is there an aspect at all of you that doesn't like listening to it as much because your voice is that younger or whatnot? Like, I wondered the same thing with Bow Wow. Like, did he go back to his first stuff, you know, after he got older and go... And I don't like listening to it because I just sound, you know, so young or whatnot. For other people, we still like it all. Like, we still like and listen to it like it came out today, and, you know, has a certain, you know, flair to it. You know, and so I wouldn't say, at least from our point, there would be anything to make you feel subconscious about in that, right? But yeah, because, like, again, you started at a very unique time, because I also started at freaking 13, right? But I don't feel like my voice and how I rapped went through that and like I feel like when I started, it was in where it was gonna be, and you know, like I can maybe play something, but like I want to wait. Now you know what? Here, let me see. Where's first album nonsense versus today, right? Let's see. Cause that's what we're talking about right now, right? First album. Where my shit? Where the fuck is my fit? Like let me free. Thinking there's a lot of time with vodka VIP. All right, let's see. All right, what do I even? Because some of these were industry beats at the time, and so I gotta find. I do not want to play that one freaking though either, man. Listen, old me, I do not like or whatnot. Shoot, I need to figure out what's what real quick. Give me a second. Nope, can't do that. Let me see. Nope, not the Gramps one. Help me see. This is why I wanted to remake. This album, because I know I was like, man, some of these beats I didn't make at the time. So I gotta go back and remake, redo, bring that back. I think that would be something I should actually do this year or whatnot. Let me find out what I can play real quick. Nope, not that. That's Jay-Z. I suppose, just for the voice. I'm not gonna play the whole freaking thing though, because
you never held a gun in your life. When I run in your wife, she be like, you never held a gun. You want me to try this on? Mother, it's too big. Oh, Christopher, it's a small. Yeah, I know this. Better watch out for the Loch Ness. You live way, yep, here comes Spot Chris. And I've been waiting for a long time to beat your ass while we
so you see how it sound?
A long line.
Nice. You see how it sound like freaking that, right? And then of course, right, we come to me today. My quality was horrible. This again, I really don't want to play anything from that era. What can I do? My second album? Hold on. Let me see. Because I'm just embarrassing myself at this point. Let me see. Clean the Streets. No. Baboon Attacks. No. Like, what was I even doing with some of these names?
Now, first of all, I'm a kid about running around butt naked with no clothes on and making fart sounds. Nonsense, formerly known as nigga that I rolled up to your hood with an old man.
So I always had that animated weirdness right to me. Okay, so hold on. Now I'm supposed to go to da. We just gonna have one episode where we did go through it all. All right. Let me go to Aliens, right? Then Blue Pill, Red Pill. How about Rain Part 3, right? Okay. From that,
check. Hey yo, welcome to the Rain Part 3. I am somehow a slave to the Rain Part League, cause I played many games that would make y'all freeze, but this game it was made to be played in y'all dreams. How is this cat not making y'all sneeze? You know that I'm allergic and it's taking on fleas. If you don't eat burgers with bacon or cheese, man, it's like trying to watch the movie Taken on Speed, or watching Half Baked on weed. Never finished second grade, still can't read. Beat got the house shaking, I think it's a stampede. This the type of music coulda had the slaves freed. I tried to pick my dog up, but then I fool peed. So when it comes to rappers, you
again. See this, I ain't no embarrassment in any of these. I could go to any one of these songs and feel dope about it, you know what I'm saying? Cause that
look at me, you're kinda weird. Listen, I'm sorry, mention Atari. Sometimes I wish I could shape shift so I could go swim with the fish in the quarry. I never ever really listen, I'm far beyond any universe's reality. I just took a picture of Barney, the purple dinosaur. How can Steve Urkel have to change his whole aura just to be with Laura? I'm about to go and make a playlist for Nick and Nora. I'm sitting here looking at all of this green like I'm dating Gamora.
By the way, both of those beats I made. So, oh, you know what? I made this beat too.
Until I run the ass over with my big ass truck. A big ass punk is what I used to be. Now I know I'm weird, but y'all cats better get used to it.
But like again, old shit. I can't though. But like you see the improvement. First and second album versus like what number would like Game Door be? Hold on, I gotta go through it. We had What the Fuck Volume 1, Eye Boogers and Chocolate Covered Dookie. What the Fuck Volume 1, Eye Boogers and Chocolate Covered Dookie. Then there was Lovesick 1. Then I had did I do Lovesick 2 right after that, or did I do ADD? I'm gonna just go with Lovesick 2, which was 3 albums, right? So they all came out same day, same time, 21 songs each album. I was working, man. And then there was ADD, followed by Life in 8-Bit, and then Game Dork, Eat, Sleep, Kill, Killer. I mean, unless I count the bonus Lovesick freaking album that was like the prequel to some of those, I still gotta figure out. I mean, I guess some of the newer stuff would be more my like eighth freaking album or something like that. But yeah, man, I'm happy with what I can recently do today as opposed to what I first started with. So I'm about to go remake all that shit.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
I'm gonna have to rewrite stuff as well. Alright, let me get back into the Free EXO tour life. Kyrie, let's go ahead and plop you in. Go ahead and plop you. But like, yeah, I wish I wish I had known how to mix back then too.
At 4 o'clock in the morning every day, before anybody else. And grounding my thought process is in the no one will outwork me. No one.
No
I love and I respect you guys.
Okay. Okay. Look. I'm out personally in the week, girl, ain't no second guessing. Got hooked on drugs, I'm like a zombie, but no bang, I ain't dead yet. I get too high, can't feel my body, think I need a med kit. Last night I blacked out all too Percy, told me I'm an idiot. Damn, I keep getting high, can't get no sleep. We been broke up months, I got your voicemails on repeat. I go pop a 10 to keep my heart from feeling weak. High school love again, she took my heart out in a week. Okay, we just met 2 weeks ago, she said she wanna have Percocets. Tied and died out, clubbing IT3 inside on purposes. I've been off 14, just floating. Ain't said where we going, yeah. Spark me a wood and I'm tripping out up in the stew, and I better wake up to a check. Okay, just blitz the grown bitch and put down my flex. Don't come around popping around my twin, Larry gon' take your Vic. We see that he green, he showing his gin, Larry gon' take your flicks. He tryna have bang out with a Viz, better ass about the rapper got hit by the neck. All my friends are dead, but it's okay though, I'm making best friends with the bang. She all above her head, I put her out cause I told her she not what she think. The girls in out my bed, tryna be more than a hoe, and I tell them they can't. I ran up my money and ran up my rank, but I'm still dropping foes in 2 and I drink. I'm out personally in a week, girl, ain't no second guessing. Got hooked on drugs, I'm like a zombie, but no bang, I ain't dead yet. I get too high, can't feel my body, think I need a med kit. Last night I blacked off all 2 Percy, told me I'm an idiot. Damn, I keep getting high, can't get no sleep. We been broke a months, I got your voicemails on repeat. I go pop a 10 to keep my heart from feeling weak. Okay, high school love again, she took my heart out in a week.
No matter where she go, it's not like highway. I don't even know if I'ma be like sitting on the floor and everybody freaking knows. I don't even know what to do, but I go freaking. I don't even know if I'm the door in the cold and again in the door.
I really think that it could be longer when it comes to certain parts in the song, and it could be stronger. I know I don't even know what the hell to do, but all of y'all are freaking cool and all of them sue the woo the ball and all the woo the. And that's actually a kind of, you know, record I think people would want to get on and remix. Not bad, decent vibes, you know what I'm saying, within there. It is just kind of freaking short or whatnot, 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Mix was actually, you know, decent. We can hear some clarity to that. And hold up real quick.
I'm an idiot, damn. I keep getting high, can't get no sleep. We've been broke up months.
I appreciate when we can hear an artist like natural, you know, voice too, right? I mean, we always need that contrast between, you know, the artists who, you know, just use their natural voice and then the ones who use, you know, auto-tune. If everyone does one thing, you know, it does start to get, you know, a little bit boring or whatnot. So when we go back and forth, you know, I do think that it works a little bit, right? And you know, it's not like how you're singing is like, oh, I'm trying to be Tank or Boys to Men or something. Like, it's not even that type of freaking singing and stuff like that. But he knows, at least from this record, that, you know, there's no need for just an extensive, you know, amount of, you know, effects. If you can like hold a note, hold a tone without being off key, right, then you're good. You know, all you got to do is just, you know, keep the vibe, go in there, and we will kind of, you know, still sing along or whatnot. Like, it's what makes you guys human. I think certain people are just forgetting more and more the aspects of people wanting to connect with real people, and, you know, we got to find that way back. Find that freaking way back. People don't even know if they want to say that freaking shit when I lay back. Granny.
I'm the dream of my ancestors. This a blessing. This one for the Lord, better to the Reverend. This that then my calling card. Thank you for the message. Did that woo 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 woo. Better come with second. This that everybody vibe. Middle fingers to the sky. You can give it to 'em low, but I give it to 'em high. Like you got no place to go. This that do you wanna ride? Like you know me from before. Go ahead and get inside. This for my grandma. This for my grandma. This for my grandma. This for my grandma.
She was big into Sabon, kids never got along. She was laying down the low while it's thinking in the morning. You can see we're putting on in the middle of the storm. You can bet your bottom dollar we gon' put them in the morgue. Come correct, watch your neck, get the check or the cash. I was raised by the wolves, now I'm leading from the back. Me and Tito on the track, so you know we finna snap. Politica with some lullers, use their lips and point them back.
This from my grandma. This from my grandma. I've been fiending for some seconds. If we text, that's a message. That's a next. If we guessing, tell me, do you wanna rise? If you coming for the sauce, better grab a super size. Yeah, you heard about the book. If you never come and find, I can show you so you saw. If you read between the lines.
Hoy, anong ginagawa niyo dyan? Tambay lang ng tambay. Writing songs. Where the songs? I see video, 10 likes. Anak ng tuta. Ano ba?
This from my grandma.
Yeah.
This from my grandma. Oh. This from my grandma. This from my grandma.
When your grandma freaking out, you gon' have to make a whole song for your grandpa. A lot of times she can also like wanna tell y'all that there's a lot of times that on Christmas I saw Santa. But listen, I wanna like tell you about mine. A lot of times I get on your phone just so I can rhyme, and I got to make sure I tell you about when my granny died. I also like hope that freaking like some of y'all will survive. I can take a song, it will be really one of those things that I am not taking long. I don't even know if I can tell. Let me stop. Overall, I like this. This from my grandma. That's catchy.
Chorus right there, you know, simple, catchy. I think it'll pull people through immediately, right? We'll go straight to what I usually say on the show, right? One of my anecdotal gems, essentially, is the way you'll know if you have a good song is if people, you know, kind of end up wanting to remix yours, right? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'll tell you. I'm glad you asked. It just means that, like, your song should be so good that when we hear the beat by itself, we can't unhear your song. And so we end up having to remix your record. We have to have the same chorus in there, whether we use your actual audio from your song or we you know, basically use your, you know, blueprint and then, you know, do it and maybe change some things around just to make it a little bit more, you know, saying ours or whatnot, but we'll still title it, you know, whatever your title is, remix, right? That's essentially, you know, one way that you will know. I mean, we make songs and we may not know when our song will be one of those things, but you know, that's at least the way that I, from an outsider's, you know, point of view of just someone who did not make the song, like the way that I, you know, even would choose to remix other songs is often by how much I like the record, right? And as a producer, I do one of two things, right? If it's a song in a different genre, I usually sample the actual beat and like parts of the record, and then like I make it rappable, right? If it's not necessarily that in the first place, so that way it's a little bit different, like how Kanye would, you know, kind of do it, right? But if it's already a song, you know, right? Again, there are a few things that we could add in here production wise. We could sort of, you know, again, make it feel like an official remix and add a little bit more, you know, flair to it. But overall, you still just want people to want to remix your song, to think about you, essentially. And I mean, everybody got a grandma, man, so that's an easy one. That's an easy one right there. Beat hit hard, you got in there, and you know, flowed freaking dope or whatnot. So I appreciate your actual artistry. I think I'ma add that to the playlist as well. I don't know what playlist though in my mind, cause I mean that beats a banger. So there's beans, cheese, and bangers playlist. Hold on. Beans, cheese, and bangers, and then let me see. Maybe Perfect Dork soundtrack. I try to put the songs that artists have some kind of fun in it, and I feel like that, you know, I know you had fun with that chorus. It's for my grandma. All right, Perfect Dork. Damn, I didn't know I had this much freaking in here and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So again, I try to put records on this playlist where artists have fun with whatever they were doing, right? You want to see some of the other songs that are on here and shit like that? We got a Mortal Kombat themed one from Charlie Knight.
Conquest. Mortal Kombat. All black, new side-bot. World Conquest, Shao Kahn. Throw hands like I'm Jackson. Kung Lao with his hat on. Raid in the thunderstorm. Devourers, insect swarm. Baraka, the way I'm cutting up. Johnny Cage level confident. Kenshi, I don't see haters. Cabal fast, see you later. I keep it on me so they call me Smoke. Cold with it, Sub-Zero. But ride choke off a couple beers. Flawless victory, I'm yelling cheers. I need a jade and a Sonya Blade. Scorpion, get over here.
Also, I remember Nerd from Ramad the Don Dada. Where the freak has he been?
Don Dada, what you know? Ken Fisher's Kenny Vic, this make tricks.
Hold on, I didn't go to the chorus.
I'm no game, bitch, I'm a nerd, Yeah, tell me if this is absurd. Ain't no denying, cause this is my word. I'm probably the flyest that you've ever heard. Cause bitch, I'm a nerd. I said, I'm a nerd. Tell me if this is absurd. Ain't no denying, cause this is my word. I'm probably the flyest that you've ever heard. Cause bitch, I'm a nerd. Yeah, nerd. Tell me if this is absurd. Ain't no denying, cause this is my word. I'm probably the flyest that you've ever heard. Cause bitch, I'm a nerd. I said, I'm a nerd. Tell me if this is absurd. Ain't no denying, cause this is my word.
Also, Baby Yoda, Super Steve.
Yoda. Keep it moving, stay the course.
With his daughter.
Flip the work, flip it by force. Baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda. Keep it moving, stay the course. Flip the work, flip it by force. Baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby.
We can keep going, but we have a lot of work to do, little children, so we will come back later. Yeah, man, there's a lot of dopeness figuring on this one. What bueno? Anyways, hold on. What were you gonna say? You know what I'm saying? What do you say? Palutin mixtape, you know what I'm saying? On all platforms now, man. Hey, that's what's up. It's an honor to be on my first playlist and stuff like that. Well, there you go. Well, you're on 2. That's one of them. You know what I'm saying? You're one of them, man. You're one of them, man. You know what I'm saying? With that said, when and if you make playlists with any song on the show, if it ever hits other platforms, do also send that record on future episodes with that same song, so I can add it to those playlists as well or whatnot, right? Because right now we have the MP3 playlist that we we added that to, which is good for the sort of startups, right? When we're doing our countdown at the beginning of the show, I usually pull songs from those playlists during our 10 minutes, and then during the show there are many times where I may be reminded of you via something that another artist sends, and I will play you just as free promotion, just to show that artist who else they should work with from the community. So it would always be something dope to see and get from there. Let me go ahead and jump back. Let me go back in the freaking free lab. Let me go. All right, man. Let's see. Jack the Fortnite. What? Jack the Fortnite leader.
Look, bro, I don't know if this song gonna have hooks. I don't know what I'm gonna do. All I know is I'm feeling it. I'm gonna let it fly. So just listen to me. A real nigga touch the mic. It's on fire.
Let's see what's up.
Money, yo.
Sorry. What up, Jay?
Alright.
Mr. J.
I say right now, I don't got no hope or faith inside you niggas. What does it take to prove the ones you love, you really with them? You gave your heart, but at what cost? The loss, it wasn't simple. Being real and better off without you, cause you ain't official. Better recorrect your mind, you getting sentimental. Trying to keep my focus on my grind, cause mine ain't raised a quitter. Been through the storm with no umbrella, made a soldier gorilla. I told my ex I'm chasing chicken, she thought chicken little. Was throwing dirt up on my name, I turned the grain to glitter. I move in solids, play my role, can't let them catch the vision. I see the envy in their eyes, but ain't no competition. Me against the world, I got some shit wrote in this composition. You doubted me, I double back, I call it repetition. I forged my pain into a weapon with my intuition. My circle small, cause ain't no room for snakes inside the kitchen. I told them boys, you know what? They say they with me, turn they back, reveal their whole position. To keep my soul inside the lines, my ultimate decision. I'm on a mission, fucking hating what a nigga wishing. Been stacking dubs while you sleep, my every move precise. I made the darkness work for me, now I control the light. I turn my pain into a throne, now I control the height. I carved my name into the game, no need to roll the dice. And every scar became a scripture, every loss a God. You wasn't risen from that fire, while demons stood aside. We'll send a traitor to the heavens, let the truth decide. They doubted me, but I came back, now watch me elevate. Back for everything, I paid the price, I had to demonstrate.
Moving solids, keep it solid, never hesitate. Ain't no competition, I'ma win and set the record straight. Tell them boys I told the truth, but they ain't never wait. Stacks on stacks, getting plaques on plaques. Call me Money Yoda chemist, come I sound like crack. Pushing weight just off my image, paint a picture on wax. Stacking fate on every verse, now the streets know my tracks.
That was the end of it. A lot of times I don't even know where the hell you sending shit. Like everybody knows that I ain't really out to end this shit, cause it's freaking cool when I wanna enter by the enter shit. Listen. Good job. Good job, sir. So, you had nice conviction, you know, within there. Fairly decent overall, you know, mix. Beat had a vibe to it. I did kind of wish it was a little bit longer or whatnot. But, you know, all we can ever ask for is something real. Hold on. Hold on. All we can ever ask for is something real. I don't know what I'm freaking doing. All we can ask for is basically something real from any artist who sends in. You know what I'm saying? You know, that signifies just that you're a real artist or whatnot, right? And I feel like for those of you who really do that kind of work, like those are the songs that people are going to feel the most. You know, all of the songs that like people feel like they've just heard a million times over and over again. You guys have to think, right? You literally have to put it into your mind that there's one type of song that is made, and then if every other artist, like let's say it's 300 other artists who pop up in the same exact vibe, it's literally like one artist making the same song 300 times, right? So by the 300th artist, people will already get tired of whatever that sound is. Let alone you guys sometimes making whole albums with the same sound, every single you have, or you know, whatever. So, you know, it's like take an album, you know, do one style, switch it up with the next, you know, try to upgrade. Always make sure that you are basically trying to be the best you every time or whatnot, right? One thing with the industry artists, and especially when you would think about like, you know, a Common or Snoop Dogg or whoever it was, like over time, like they did have to, you know, upgrade from whatever sounds and styles that they did, you know, have. You know, otherwise, again, it would become stale for, you know, some of the listeners. So those experimentation, you know, albums, and you know what, let me work with this producer, see what we would do. That's what we just saw like not too long ago, potentially with like 2 Chainz and, you know, doing the Alchemist album, which I still have to listen to. I may do that after the freaking show. Private Press, what up?
It's gotten so big, you just can't find your way. We're Friday.
It's kind of loud. Loud. This is way loud, my brother. I had to turn it down tremendous. Yo. I had to turn it way down tremendously. I don't even want you to send a beat. Cause like, what the heck, man, I can't hear it. All of the people up in the back cheering. What am I gonna do if I freaking go and see that my daughter already like got an earring, but she didn't like make sure that there's a lot of freaking people who would like walk by and then they hear this stuff. Freaking people also freaking don't even know if like they can't look inside of that book and find Waldo. I'm way, don't know what the hell the freaking say. I play beats like this every single day. Like I don't know what the hell to do, but man, in daylight it was cool. Oh my gosh, listen, you gotta turn down. You have got to balance out their mix with them drums. I can barely play it,
because I know I'm gonna burst my speakers. I'm gonna burst everybody else's speakers. It's a little bit of a risk there. And so do make sure that you get a good mix on that one, for sure and stuff. All right, man, make sure you guys hit that follow button. We are probably gonna head out real quick. If I come back in a few hours, I will come back in 2 hours, and if I don't, then you'll see me tomorrow. Peace.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so